It's a Monday. It's a Monday. Can you feel it? I feel it. I feel it in my bones, boys. Oh. Oh my gosh, welcome back to the show on a beautiful ass Monday. I'm so excited to see you guys in the chat. Look at all your beautiful faces. Not as beautiful as Sean's, but pretty damn good. So welcome back. We got so much to talk about. It's going to be exciting. The CEO of Bricks and Minifigs keeps stepping in it. Some weird info's come out. Looks like he might be stepping the hell down. To be fair, he's already made too much of a mess. It's time to come down from your ivory tower and get into the gallows with the rest of us. No more Ferraris for you, Mr. McNeff. Only 2002 Honda Civics, and trust me, they go forever. So it's completely fine. No worries. But gosh, I'm so excited to talk about it. So do me a favor. Like the show, okay? My legs are weak. I did leg day today at the gym, and I can barely move, okay? I'm working hard, working long, working veiny. I'm so excited. Let's go. So let's get started. Let's give everybody some love. Let's make a few little tidbits and off comments real quick, and let's get into the party. I want everybody in the chat spamming some bees. I want everybody in the chat giving some love, and everybody in the chat getting excited because we're all alive. It's the greatest gift of all, or greatest curse, depending on who you are. We're up against the 632nd Naked Snake. Oh my God, we're almost to 666. Ooh, we're so close. Every super chat, kick, and Rumble Rant goes towards it. Oh my gosh, can you believe it? I can't believe it. Anyways, that's what we're bringing today. Billy and Strong Opinions are already throwing down because they're great. They're totally great and straight. Billy says, let's hope Bricks and Mini Dicks loses this lawsuit just like Nintendo losing their lawsuit to Pal World and not getting that money back. They wasted $40 million. Well, I'm shocked. Nintendo deserves to lose every once in a while, okay? You can only make Mario and Zelda so many times. I will play Ocarina, okay, again, every time. But other than that, I'm done. I'm tired, okay? All right? You know what I'm saying? There's going to be an Elden Ring 2 one day. Top that, bitches. I don't think so. The only way you can top that is taking your shirt off, Mr. Japanese CEO, and coming into my room. Okay? It's the only way you can top it. Strong Opinions. Did you see that Florida man DUI that was caught with 34? Oh, yeah, brother, I saw that. Did you tag me in that shit on Twitter? Because somebody tagged me in that shit. I don't drink White Claw that much. It's like twice a week. Okay? Have some faith in me. I'm mostly straight. Thank you, Strong Opinions. I'm having a good day, guys. I've been so excited. In my music studio, one of my mic monitor speakers went out. You know, so if you're recording music, you have mic monitors. They're giant speakers, a left and a right, right? So you can pan stuff and listen. One of them went out, and I was sad. I was going to go buy another. I have $8, by the way. I went to buy another because I was like, I can probably do $100. I could probably make that happen. And the one I have is like $400 because I'm stupid and didn't remember that. So I was like, you know what? No, thank you. I took the board out. I took it apart, took the board out. I saw a capacitor that was exploded. And I ripped that bastard out. And I put a 50 volt in there, 1000 UF instead of a 10 volt. Totally fine. It's just like the size of a freaking building. Plugged that bitch back up, soldered it. It is working again. So I'm happy, man. I worked with my hands. It's very rare. It's very rare. Well, I mean, I do it every night, you know what I'm saying? All right, let's get on it, boys. Thank you guys so much for all the love today. You guys are goated as hell. I appreciate everybody hanging out with your boy tonight. Do me a big ass favor. If you're in the beautiful ass kick stream, hit me with a B or two. I need some B's in my chat, boys. I see Kiro Lily in the chat. Everybody give us a B. Okay, Redneck, the listus, everybody. Intelligent Counterspell. Look at all these beautiful folks. Give us some B's in the chat. I want the B's. I want them now. I want them on my face, okay? There you go. I ain't paying you for nothing. Oh, thank you, guys. There's the B's. And, of course, on YouTube, like the stream. Give me some B's on YouTube. Let's have a good-ass time. All right, my first capacitor. It was not my first. Billy, first. Chai T says, for every remaster, you have to wonder what content will be cut, censored, or altered for the message, as Drinker would say. No, listen, brother. Listen, okay? Listen. It's very important. Halo, the campaign evolved, cut a bunch of shit. I'm hearing about this. And it's making me butthurt. It's making me butthurt. Stop destroying my life. All right, boys. Let's go. All right, let's jump into the first thing here. So we're going to cover a few things really quick. And then we're going to go into even more sauce. More sauce for the boys. More scraps for the monsters. Meat for the masters. If you know, you know. You probably don't. That's a very, very, very weird, unique, hipster kitty underground creepypasta that I accidentally stumbled upon when I was driving to Michigan one time. And I don't know where it is, and I can't find it. It's such a good creepypasta, brother. It was like one of the best ones ever. It's awesome. I wish I could listen to it again. All right, anyways, let's start the show, boys. I'm so excited. Oh my gosh, look at you. Even Valentine's here. What's up, Valentine? Roman Prolapsky. Brother, change that name. Oh my God, it's illegal. All right. So first things first, everybody's talking about the Bricks and Minifigs CEO resigning, which would be a great choice. It would be a great choice. That is the only way to build positive rapport on social media. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. He steps down, he's probably going to be working behind in the shadows with his fucking mustache, twirling and wrapping around everybody and tearing them fucking pieces. But still, you make a public statement. I'm stepping down to focus on something else in my life, you know? And then they release the public statement, and everybody's like, woo, base. And then Matt just is quiet. Matt McNeff, the COO, he just doesn't say anything, right? That will give you some more public, like some good PR, right? But here's the issue. You got to drop the lawsuit on Reckless Ben. You got to drop the lawsuit on the Mansells. You got to stop suing everybody. You're not Nintendo. You're Mustache Man. You may look like Mario, but you're not Mario. You're his distant third cousin. Bitcho. That's who you are. You're Bitcho, Luigi, Mario. You know what I'm saying? And we don't want that guy. He sucks. We don't want that guy. No Bitcho. We want Mario and Luigi. Those are the GOATs. No more guys. Okay? So here's what's going on. This is beautiful, by the way. Look at the poly market on this. So there's a poly market. So if anybody knows what poly market is. So poly market is a website where you can bet on certain random world events, be it elections, be it fights, maybe, I think, as well. Anything. Shit, I remember I won $3,200 one time because I bet that Kamala and Trump would shake hands in their first debate, and they totally did. So I've used it before. So right now, Poly Market has a current betting for the CEO of BAM franchising resigning by July 31st, which is a month and a half from now. And it's stuck right at 40%. I got to be honest. I think it would be a good idea to drop a couple $100 into this bitch. I only have like $7, but I think that might be what I do. All right. I'm going to take all $7 of my dollars and throw them in this bitch because I think we're going to get lucky. Okay. Ooh, Star Fox remake. Let's get you be cocky. What the hell are you talking about? Do a barrel roll, son. Oh, it's looking good. Nope, it's looking good. So all the rumblings are starting already, boys. They're starting. The rumblings are here, and you can't escape them. And neither can McNeff. McNeff can't escape the fact that everybody's like, hey, brother, I need you to get the hell out of here. No more. Leave. And don't let the door hit you on the cheeks on the way out, because all you did was destroy our hopes and dreams. We had hopes and dreams, and guess what you did? You destroyed them. And I'm tired of being destroyed, boys. I'm tired of being destroyed. It hurts on the outside, and it hurts on the inside. And you never walk the same again, and your farts never make a noise again. And that's very, very important. So it looks like the CEO, the rumblings are coming. And he's going to leave. And I think that's the best possible outcome that could happen. The best possible outcome that could happen. Okay? But that's not all. Says right here from the barbecue counselor, it says the McNeff patriarch enters the fray, confirming that his own sons sued him for control of Legally Mine. He also wrongly claims that all the Brick Minifig stores are independently owned, which we know is incorrect. The McNeff family recently took control of the Eugene, Oregon store from Brennan Best, and in November 2024, the franchise executed a hostile takeover of Gorman's store in Salem, and also, now I don't know if they remained the owners, but they took over Gabe's store as well. You guys remember the U-Haul? I remember the U-Haul. I was there. I saw the U-Haul, okay? It was orange and white, and it said U-Haul right on the sides. You can't hide that shit, okay? They threw the Legos in them bitches. And then they got on with mask on and shit, even though you could still see his bald head and his mustache, and they fucking took off down the road, okay? And I saw Legos just sprinkling out of the back of the U-Haul. And I was like, please stop, sir. You don't know what you're doing. You're causing a whole world of mess. And they said, no, we do not care. Me, yes, we are going to make millions. That's what they said. But that was not the right way to go. Okay. Gabe called it. He saw it from the inside and the outside at the same time, almost like a doctor taking an X-ray in an MRI machine. You know what I'm saying? And you still see the outline of your penis. That's what's going on. We all saw this shit. Brungaby says Ben has a court date set for the July 6th in Utah for disorderly conduct and trespassing. No! Oh! Disorderly conduct. Stop taking my Legos, ref. I'm sick of this shit. Anyways. So here's what Dan McNeff said. By the way, Dan McNeff is the father of Amond and Matt McNeff, the current overlords of Bricks and Minifigs, the tyrants, the evil tyrants who twist their mustaches evilly in the faces of all the dreams that all the children had in the 90s, just twirling them bitches. All right, they got food and shit in them, spaghetti sauce. I saw that shit. I saw the red spaghetti sauce. You can't hide that from me. I smell it on you. 5 blocks away from 100. Here's what Dan McNeff said. He says, today's version of a lynch mob could very well be YouTube investigators. At one point, 6 years ago, I was the CEO of Bricks and Minifigs, confirming that Daniel McNeff, the father of the evil Eamon McNeff, was the CEO of Bricks and Minifigs previously. Ooh, both of my sons illegally removed me from that position and sued me for control of another company that I had founded. I have not had anything to do with Bricks and Minifigs since then. Regardless of this, in the last 10 days, I have been given multiple death threats. And 2 days ago, we saw people viewing our home from the hill behind our home with binoculars. And they shot out a big picture window that will cost thousands to replace. They shot out a big picture window? Man, is there evidence of this shit? Because I don't know about you. But if somebody's shooting your windows out, I don't think that's the truth. I think you're fibbing a little. Just a little fibbing. Tiny fibs. Little bitty fib. Or you're blowing fucking windows out of your house. Where's the police report, Mr. Daniel McNeff? Because I'm starting to not believe you. Okay? You have YouTubers who are sleuths. They're good at this shit. They know how to find things. It's like they're on Reddit, but they're not. But they might be as well. The evils of Reddit. It's orange. It's terrible. I hate it. Don't like tangerines either. And here's the issue, okay? If you're getting death threats, post them bitches immediately. I've done it before. Now, to be fair, people still say you're a liar, and that's fine. But if you have a death threat from an actual profile on X, from emails, from Instagram posts or Facebook, get the profile picture with the little name on that bitch and post that bitch. Post it, Waffle Ganger. Post it. So we can see that you're really getting threatened to your life. Now, as far as that goes, I want to see the blown out window immediately. I want pictures, 4K, expanded, framed above my fireplace. Pictures above my fireplace, framed of the window smashed. That is the only way I'll accept its truth. They're $316, 28 by 36 right now. Okay, you can get one framed for me, Mr. Daniel McNeff. I'll put that shit up. Okay? And I want you to stand in front of it with a little card that says Daniel McNeff. And you got to be in boxers that are Dorito flaming hot Dorito boxers. Red and black. Okay, I just bought a pair. I know they exist. All right. So don't fuck with me because I don't need this shit in my life anymore. Okay. Regardless of this, chat, in the last 10 days, I've been given multiple death threats. And 2 days ago, we saw people viewing our home. They shot out our window, everyone. No one stops to investigate truly. They make a lot of assumptions. They hurt innocent people. Let's completely disregard the fact that Daniel McNeff's company, Legally Mine, got in trouble by the Ohio or is it the Utah State Board, the bar, for giving out legal advice when they weren't lawyers. They had like fake lawyers on staff. Pretty sure Josh Johnson was one of them. Just saying. Everyone of those bricks and Minifig stores are independently owned and operated, and they don't deserve to be hurt. This is not true. Now, it is true, okay? It is true. They don't deserve to be hurt. I agree with you. But it is not true that they're independently owned because we already know that Matt and Eamon McNeff own the Eugene store. Okay? They did a hostile takeover of the Salem, Oregon store. So this is bullshit. Mao, don't come in here right now. You're letting all the hair out. You just immediately leave. He listened to me, but he busted the door open. He saw I didn't have food. That's my dog, by the way. Many of the people pushing this whole story have their own Lego stores and want to hurt their competition. Oh, all right. Now we're getting into the conspiracy. The conspiracy. Make sure everybody in the chat, you get your tinfoil hats on because we're going into the conspiracy zone. My question is, who watches the watchers? Will Reckless Ben investigate all the innocent people he has hurt and do what he can to help them? No, that don't make no damn sense. That don't make no damn sense. You don't need to investigate somebody getting arrested at a random store in Kansas. If there's a random store in BFE, Kansas, where a dude goes in and he's like, I don't like bricks and minifigs because I watched the video on YouTube, and then he slaps the owner, he gets arrested. That's your justice, good sir. He has a felony charge now, right? There is no investigation to be needed. And if you're going to be investigating, I need a picture of your blown out window. Okay? I need a picture of your blown out window. Not to be mistaken for your blown out ass on OnlyFans. Okay? We don't want cherry heads here. I don't like how they look. All right? And I'm scarred from that one video with the chick that she smoked out of it, and then she accidentally sucked it in, and the cigarette was lit. And I can't fucking do that anymore. All right? That is a part of my life I don't need back. All right? So I want the blown out picture window right now. Okay? Post it. Post it now. Or forever hold your pee. Okay? And then hurt your bladder because it's terrible for you. Blown out ass. What's up, hey Breed? How you doing, brother? I love you. I love you. Make sure you guys do me a favor and like the show. Give me some bees on Kick if you haven't. And don't forget, we're up against the 632nd naked snake in a row. Oh, every super chat goes towards it. And I wash it all over my pores because it's good for your pores. If you rub it in, that's what my ex-wife told me. She didn't learn it from me, though. All right, anyways. All right, everybody, jokes aside, chill out. Let's move on to the lawsuit. So the lawsuit, everyone knows by now that there's a lawsuit. Okay? Bricks and Minifigs is suing Brian McNeff. Okay? This is the guy that got his Lego stolen and wasn't paid adequately. Okay? He's also suing Reckless Ben. Okay? Now, what is he suing them for? Defamation and emotional distress, harassment, all that stuff under the moon, all of it on your face all at the same time. Don't rub that shit in because it's expensive. That's what's going on, right? I'm not surprised. So, we all know about the lawsuit, but it looks like their lawsuit is a sham. It's a sham, everyone. I'm not surprised. Gay lawsuit. Gay lawsuit, everyone. It's gay. The lawsuit loves penis. Okay? It does not like vagina. Which I don't understand. You know, a woman's body is so soft and like nice and clear. Mine's awful. I look at myself in the mirror naked, I almost throw up. And then I look worse because there's throw up on me. Yeah. And then there's the smell. It's terrible. That's why I don't look in mirrors anymore. I'm like a vampire. But it's like the opposite. The reflection destroys me, you know. It's not like I don't have one. Okay. But I think it's just you fart. All right. So let's move on. So there's a video that came out today talking about this lawsuit, talking about why it's a sham, talking about why they're going to lose for sure because they've already goofed in past talks. It's a big layout, and we're all going to be laid out at the same time. So get your popcorn ready, like the show, and let's have a good ass time. Hail, yeah, very exciting, very, very exciting. All right, there's a damn hair in my eye. You see this shit? Ah, all right, Roman Prolapsky. I can't do this. I can't do this anymore. All right, I did restart my computer today for the first time in forever to make sure it doesn't lag for whatever the hell happened, you know, the other day. All right, Billy Hatcher's the top dog today. Matt actually tied with Strong Opinions and Chai Tea. I appreciate you guys for all the support. It really helps your boy out. It keeps me going. If we hit the Naked Snake goal, I will be doing a Halo Combat Evolved PC edition stream tomorrow, assuming window mode works. I remember it was weird back in the day when I used to try it, but I'm going to do that. Not the Master Chief Collection, the original PC copy. I have 3 copies for PC. Why? I don't know. I just do. Okay. All right, here we go. I will do that, Haggis, here in a bit. Let me get through my subjects, and then we'll do it. All right, here we go. All right, this is Legal Bites talking about this lawsuit today and what's going on, what's going down. Ooh, and why the McNeffs are boned. They're boned, everyone.
This YouTuber accused a LEGO resale franchise chain of stealing an 83-year-old man's Star Wars LEGO collection, which is estimated to be worth around $200,000.
83-year-old man, by the way. 83-year-old man. The kind of person that would steal from an elderly person is the same that would steal from a baby. A baby. That's crazy. A fucking baby. Why would you do that? Okay, you have no soul, no heart. It's these kind of people. The pure evil. Absolute disgusting evil. It's crazy. All right, here we go.
This man spent his life collecting what's now known as the world's largest LEGO Star Wars collection ever. It's estimated to be worth around $200,000. And then the entire thing got stolen, and the police are actively working with the thieves to cover the entire thing up.
It all material.
Shocking. I would argue that it might not be the biggest in the world. There are some Saudi prince out there that got every Lego on the earth. I'm just saying. He got my Legos. There's probably a Saudi prince that owns my Legos and your Legos at the same time. And there's some contractual agreement between Lego and the Saudis that they own that Lego, even though you have it in your house. The Saudis own it. There was a Saudi prince one time that had a F50, I think, GT Ferrari, which is already like a $25 million car. And he got it repainted every day to match his clothes. That's too much wealth, baby. That's too much wealth. All right.
Realized on the YouTube channel Reckless Ben, where Ben Schneider, the YouTuber, came out with a multi-part series covering what has turned into a massively viral story about allegations of theft, elder abuse, corporate corruption, and a conspiracy to use local police to keep the theft under wraps. According to Reckless Ben, the conspiracy involves the store that was housing the LEGO collection, the franchise owners, the corporate side of the franchise, and the corporate executives at the very top.
And I don't necessarily subscribe to the fact that there was this big, huge conspiracy. I just think everybody kept making the same mistakes over and over and making things worse, right? And these people were all so stupid at the same time that it made it look like they were in cahoots, but they were all just stupid, right? That was the issue. New Harmony says, if your studio monitors ever crap out 100%, try the IKI Loud MTM MK2 monitors, $399 a pair, and even the pros can't complain about them. Well, I have like $4. So that was the reason I had to fix mine manually. I went in and just slapped a new capacitor in it. And it was because I literally can't buy another one right now. So, but I did go to the tax place today and got like everything sorted out the last weird 3 years. Property tax. My property tax was like so insanely high, and I got all that fixed and refunded, or well, in the future, sometime in the future, it'll just appear in front of me like Jesus. So I can't wait for that to happen. That'll be great. All right.
Oh, and by the way, also the local police force who are allegedly either corrupted or at the very least co-opted. And in response, Bricks and Minifigs, their CEO, the COO, the store franchise corporate entities, and the individual franchise co-owners filed a lawsuit against Reckless Ben and a handful of other people and entities. People are referring to this lawsuit as the RICO lawsuit since that's the first claim listed and arguably one of the biggest ones. But another big claim in this lawsuit is defamation.
Oh, defamation. Not only is defamation extremely hard to prove, but also the other parts of this lawsuit, insanity. Absolute insanity. Okay. We all watched the body cam footage, brother. We saw them talking about how Ben was apparently going to kill random store owners and shit. Okay. No one believed it. All right. And you best believe, if you go to court, your happy ass is going to be proven wrong when a lot of these things come up. Completely wrong. Forever. Is that what you want? No. Yeah, Rexar, see, I'm losing money as we speak. He's like, you started with $8 and then $7 and now we're at $4. Yeah, it's truth. It's truth of life. It's truth of life. It's how these things work, man. Okay. Time is money, friend, as the goblins say in World of Warcraft.
But the thing is, at the moment that this lawsuit was filed, this defamation claim was already on some pretty weak foundation. But then the CEO of Bricks and Minifigs decided it was a great idea to go on essentially a press tour where he's been doing interviews about the whole scandal.
And here is my opinion, because I've been wondering this since day one. Boosh McFadden. I've been thinking about this since day one. Why in the absolute holy hell did the CEO go on a damn press tour when everybody wanted him to be pushed off of the Grand Canyon? You know what I'm saying? And then go on this press tour and then like brutally defend yourself. Everyone's a liar. I am telling the truth, actually. Look at my mustache. And then he had the gall to have a mustache, an evil mustache. Okay, not a normal one, an evil one. Okay, I see it. You can see it right there in the screen. Evil as fuck. Right there. Look at that evil mustache. So that's my point. All right, you go on this, and you start defending yourself and saying everybody's a liar, and then he would get pushback. He would get pushback. All right, that pushback that he got, all right, was immediately fucked him. Because they'd be like, oh, here's actual evidence you're lying. And he'd be like, I've never seen this before in my life. I've never seen this evidence before in my life. Ever in the history of time. You know what I'm saying? It's some bull shit. I don't believe it for a second. No. All right. It's that time of the street. No! Hold on. It might be time in a minute. Hold on. Professional YouTube outside. No idea where I am right now. Okay. There you go. We're putting the gold boy goal up to go towards the Nugget Snake on the YouTube. Every gold super chat or higher on YouTube goes towards the delicious, illustrious. Wait. Naked Snake. That's not really the same emoji, but it's fine. Who cares? It's fine. Don't worry about it. I have one on Kick as well. Where is it at? And it's jiggling. I didn't put that on Kick. I must be a dumbass. Nope, there it is. Oh, it's not jiggling. I'm just stupid, I guess. Whatever. Don't worry about it. Here, we'll just do this one. All right, it's fine. It's fine. All right, cool. So at any rate, insanity, absolute insanity. So he thinks he's Doc Holliday. Oh. It seems like my lawsuit wasn't as strong as I let on. Oh. What the hell are you talking about now? What are you talking about in the chat right now, MA? I'm sick of your shit. You're always besmirching me. What's up, Solo? How you doing, brother? You're besmirching me. My good name.
Is likely because of the massive backlash that Bricks and Minifigs has seen across the board ever since Reckless Ben came out with his first video. And truth be told, these interviews appear to be a desperate attempt to change the public narrative about the controversy and to try to win the public back.
Good luck.
There's one big problem here. The CEO appears to be so concerned with the court of public opinion right now that he probably completely neglected to think about how his statements might impact his own legal cases. And
yeah, no shit, right? Why am I the only person in the world that seems to understand? If you're currently pursuing legal action against somebody, you don't go on different damn giant YouTube shows, other YouTube shows, Echo Base, or anybody, okay? Or Sean's show. My right ear just popped and now I hear ringing. This is the end. So you don't go on these shows, okay? You don't go on these damn shows. And then like a diggity dumbass, say some dumb shit. Like Matt McNeff. He said the F word. I was offended as a straight white Christian man. It's very important. What's up, Walter Fadul? How you doing, brother? How you doing, brother? I hope you're doing well. All right.
In the process, in this recent interview in particular, I think he just nuked his own defamation claims. And if I'm right, it's likely to cost him and the other plaintiffs big. Let's get into it.
Yeah, but guess what? They don't care, apparently, because they're just going to sue themselves and then sue their dad and then sue their mom and then sue their second cousin. Hard-nosed Pollock just gifted us all on Kick. Ricky says, thank you, Hard-nosed Pollock. Ricky says, dude wanted to be famous. Now he'll be every CEO manual on how not to do business. Yeah, Ricky, it's insanity. The CEO's job is to increase the value of the company, increase it for investors or whoever is behind the scenes. That is your job. And my man is single-handedly mustaching it away. He's shaving away his company instead of shaving away his mustache. He's doing it backwards. I don't get it. But have they sued anyone named Sue yet? A boy named Sue, I heard. Mm-hmm. He got it one piece at a time, and it didn't even cost him a dime. Thank God, right? Yes. Happy birthday, Walter Fadul. Beast. Hope you're doing well, brother. Alfred Chanel says, Sue. Plate, fork, and knife.
Okay, so starting out, let's back up and make sure that we're all on the same page here about this whole controversy. According to the lawsuit and Reckless Ben's videos, it all started with an aging collector named Eric Mansell, who had a massive Star Wars Lego collection. When it was decided that it was time to sell the collection, it was Eric's son, Brian Mansell, who took everything to a Bricks and Minifigs store in Kaiser, Oregon. Back then, that store was run by a franchisee named Crystal Law Gorman and her husband, Benjamin Gorman. At this time,
What is this? What is this poster?
Brian and Crystal entered into a written consignment agreement around November 2023. This is basically where the store sells your stuff and pays you the proceeds minus its cut. And
keep in mind, Bricks and Minifigs claimed later they don't do consignments, even though there's a document stating that they do consignments. Everyone was lying all around. We had a great time.
That agreement, the Gormans store started selling pieces of that collection.
Ready to introduce you to this amazing collection.
Then everything changed.
There you go. See? The collection was there in all its illustrious glory. It actually exists. It was real. It wasn't a figment of our imagination, Jay Crane. Hey, Luke. How you doing, brother? I hope you're doing well.
When the Fire Nation attacked.
Wait a minute, that's not right. What I meant to say is everything changed when the store changed hands. Why corporate took it over and handed it to new franchise co-owners is in dispute with its own lawsuit, but essentially this appears to have been a messy turnover.
Yeah, and I'll explain that for you right now. This is Brandon Best, okay? My man showed up with a U-Haul and threw everything in it. Probably, gotta be honest, they probably shaved a little off the top and pocketed it because we're missing some shit. We're missing some products. We're missing some inventory. That's what I'm going to go ahead and say. I think that's probably where that shit went because we still don't know. We're still confused. But you know how, what the CEO and everyone said on why they got rid of Crystal? Apparently, they claimed that she had a history of theft, which keep in mind happened when she was in her 20s. She's like 45 now. So it's not relevant to the conversation. Also, by the way, they claim she was on heroin or something the whole time. No evidence of that. Sounds to me like they got a defamation suit on their hands, but I digress. Also, what happened after that? They claim she had a parrot that was flying around shitting on people. What the hell is happening right now? I'm confused. Aurora, I'm confused. Someone send an ambulance. Send an ambulance. I can't take this shit no more. I can't take this shit no more. Heroin is Bam's MO. Dude, yes. They say it about everybody. Watery events, they say it about everybody. I'm sick of this shit. Stop messing with me. The only way I can be cured is bees. Bees in the chat. Have a bee. Leave a bee. Take a bee. I currently have a Gold Boy super chat goal on the top of the chat for 20 Gold Boys towards the Naked Snake with 2 hours on the clock. Don't forget, don't miss it. We're going to the moon. Naked Snake will not die. He will live once again.
So Minifigs corporate and the new owners say that they had no notice of the consignment agreement, which they also call unauthorized. Both points I am personally skeptical of, by the way. But because of that, they say that they acquired the store's assets free and clear. That's their argument anyway. However, according to the complaint in this lawsuit, Brian quickly came asking for his remaining Lego collection items or his money compensating him for those items. He allegedly told them that he had not been paid money for some sales that had been made, and according to the complaint, the new co-owners were skeptical of this whole arrangement and the money owed and asked for documentation proving it. And the complaint also alleges that Brian later returned with the police, claiming that these guys had stolen from him. But when he did, the co-owners told the police that they were unaware of and not parties to any consignment agreement and did not knowingly possess any of his alleged property.
And what they're hiding behind here is they're hiding behind the fact that it was they keep in mind this is what they were doing in the beginning. Now this has kind of like been let off. They kind of took their foot off the throttle a little bit on this point. But the McNeffs were claiming that since she was the franchise owner at the time, everything else is irrelevant. Everything else is irrelevant. Even though it looks like Brandon Best showed up in a U-Haul and took some shit. Even though that's the case, or likely could be the case, allegedly. They're claiming that since it was somebody else that technically owned the store at that time as a franchisee, well, looks like we're just going to keep your money, sir. That's kind of what it looks like.
You know, I don't know why any of that would be the case when there's security footage of the takeover that had already happened by this point, where Crystal tells Brandon, one of the new co-owners, to his face, both that there's this consignment agreement that exists and that she needs to print documents to keep track of money that she owes Mansell for some sales.
Right there, she's given information to Brandon Best on what's going down. They said they told the police they had no idea that there was a consignment agreement. They had no idea that all these Legos or there was money owed to the Mansells. But Crystal on camera is telling Brandon Best, the guy that took over the store after, right there. And keep in mind, this is U-Haul boy. That's why they're claiming they don't know now, because they got a taste. They got a taste, right? But here's what you don't do. What is the number one rule, chat? What's the number one rule? You never get high on your own supply. That's all I got to say about that, brother.
Fine.
So we're both here. So that what she's printing off is previous records from cells. Just so she has a receipt of what's the evidence, right?
Yeah, otherwise I won't know. These are ones that he has not been paid his percentage yet.
Look at that. Look at that.
And if I don't have the tickets, I won't know how much I need to pay him.
That's true. And also keep in mind, they claim they never had an inventory list, but CoffeeZilla, he had one. And it was under the email of Bricks and Minifigs. And they claim they never got it. Damn, brother. Damn. I feel something in my loins growing fast.
Okay. So Crystal, ultimately, that's a business thing and not necessarily yours. Brandon will take, because taking on the business, he takes on all that. That's not that hard.
Anyway.
Oh, look at that. That's weird. So if Brandon takes on the business, he takes on the consignment. Shocking. But they claimed that they didn't have that. They claimed that they didn't know anything about a consignment agreement. They claimed they didn't know anything about Mansells or money owed. Somebody's fibbing a little or a lottle. You be the judge. You be the judge. And you like the show. Hit that like button, boys.
Brian also says at one point in the series that he talked to some lawyers about suing to get compensated for the collection, but it went nowhere. And the reason for that is because of the cost of legal representation. And I know that there are a lot of lawyers who have been commenting on this case, and they've been really, really critical of all of the people involved here for not pulling in lawyers into this controversy as early as possible. And honestly, I do agree that a lot of the chaos of the situation could have been reduced or even eliminated had lawyers been involved at an earlier stage. But there's an unfortunate reality that Brian Mansell mentions in the series, which is that lawyers can be insanely expensive. And according to Mansell, the Bricks and Minifigs guys threatened to weaponize the legal system to drain him dry for trying to enforce this agreement. So I don't blame him for being kind of...
Yeah, keep in mind they threatened him in that way. If you guys have been following the story at all, you know that the Mansells, or not the Mansells, sorry, forgive me, the McNeffs, Eamon, Matt, and Daniel McNeff, are basically professional lawsuit servers. You've probably met people like this in your life or heard about them. They go around suing everybody for every reason, trying to bury them in financial debt so they'll just pay out or give you what they want. It's like a hostile lawsuit to extract money from you, like extortion almost. They've been doing this for years, maybe decades. I don't know, but they've been doing it. And even Matt and Eamon sued their own father. So yeah, they told the Mansells that they would bury them under a mountain of debt, threaten them with that. It's insanity. It's insanity. Hey, PS2 Chopper, thank you, man, for the 20 gifted subs. I love you. I appreciate you. Thank you. 20 gifted subs from PS2 Chopper. Oh! Thank you, man. Shout out to the boy. Let's hear it for the boy. Let's hear it for the man. All right, thank you. Appreciate you. Hey, the first goal boy of the goal. PS2 Chopper breaking the ice. Thank you so much, man. It's the number 1 out of 20. PS2 Chopper, the top dog. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that, man. Thank you for coming on board and giving you boys some love on a Monday. Fun-ass show, good-ass day, spreading the holiday cheer. What is the holiday? The day that you're happy, that you're straight. Thank you so much, PS2 Chopper. I appreciate you, brother. Shout out to my man. Thank you. He's starting to goal off right and ready.
Terrified of actually having lawyers get involved. Not everyone is in a position to be able to throw money at a legal situation, and this does result sometimes in things ending up like this. So while, yeah, I agree that lawyers would have really helped here, I also don't want to be overly critical given the sensitivity of the cost, especially when Brian is already looking at a situation where it looks like he's owed tens or hundreds of thousands of dollars as it is. And so Brian did what a desperate person might do. He turned to a YouTuber. And so that YouTuber that he eventually linked up with was Reckless Ben. And listen, Ben...
Look how angry Eamon is. Look at him. You get out of here. Look at my mustache. You're not allowed to be here. SG says the police report filed on May 2025. Josh admits to holding on to Brian's Legos in Oregon. Brian should have been charged with aggravated theft, but he was lucky he wasn't. Just canceled the 300. That's wild. I need to see some of that shit, brother. I need some of that in my life. Sheldon Norcross made a video yesterday with an awesome police report that isn't so good for Josh and Brandon. Well, I guess we got to pull it up, brother. We got to pull it. Wait, hold on. Let's see. Sheldon Norcross. Let me type that in. Sheldon Norcross. I got him. All right, cool. Thank you, brother. He looks like a predator from the 20s. Oh, he doesn't look anything like a predator from those movies. I don't see no tentacles. What are you talking about? All right.
Did not hold back. He filmed his investigation into this controversy, and in his finished video, he hammered Bricks and Minifigs again and again, saying that they stole this collection from an elderly man and that the corporate executives, the new franchise owners, and the local police were all in on it.
This man spent his life collecting what's now known as the world's largest Lego Star Wars collection ever. It's estimated to be worth around $200,000. And then the entire thing got stolen, and the police are actively working with the thieves to cover the entire thing up. It seems like they're just rubbing it in this family's face that they stole the world's largest Lego Star Wars collection in the world, and they got away with it. Caught the CEO of the entire company red-handed in a lie. Yeah, it's crazy to me that even the CEO is in on this cover-up. And now the tagline's actually accurate. Also added a cute little company logo. And this is my plan. I made a website, and you can visit us at www.westealfromoldpeople.com.
It's beautiful, though, by the way.
You can help support us by buying some of our We Steal From Old People merch, or give us a call. Court paper served.
You ready? Hi.
Hello.
I am Ryan with the Guinness World Record Association, and I think you're expecting this actually. This is an award for most Legos stolen by any company in the world.
Look at her face. Funny. Jeez.
Stolen by a single franchise.
So on May 27th, 2026, Bricks and Minifigs fired back with a lawsuit. They sued Ben Schneider, his LLC, Brian Mansell.
And keep in mind, they're suing to remove his speech. That's all it's about. They're suing to remove his ability to speak on this matter, and all revenue from YouTube videos that enrich themselves. All GoFundMe's, everything. Now, keep in mind that Brick and Minifigs claimed that they did not try to get anything from Ben or the Mansell's GoFundMe's, but it was right there in the lawsuit. It was right there. It said, including GoFundMe's, Johnny boy, including GoFundMe's. Speaking of GoFundMe's, Jay Burb. Oh, my God. He's coming in with a pink boy right off the bat. I don't know anything about this case. However, one thing I do know is I like pudding, bro. Same. I like that. What is that? Is it bread pudding, or is it the one with the little wafers in it? What's that? Is that bread pudding? Banana pudding, maybe? The little Nilla wafers? Yeah, I love that shit. Thank you so much, Jay Burb. My boy coming in strong, taking over the top dog spot like a true hero. Thank you, brother. I love you. I appreciate you. Get the hell on it, doggone it. We're now a fifth of the way to Naked Snake in one fell swoop, and it's all my boy's fault. The J-Burb. Thank you, brother. Thank you. I feel like I haven't seen you in a minute, even though that might be a lie. It might have been kind of recently, but I don't remember, okay? I don't remember things. It's hard to remember things. Thank you so much, brother. I really appreciate that, buddy. We're now a red boy from a rainbow night already with J-Burb jumping on board. So is Watery Events. Hey, brother. He says, show some love to the MX world. The goats of the sport finally got to throw sick whips in the White House lawn. I saw that. Thought it was badass. Anybody claiming it wasn't badass is gay with a G, with an H, with a Y. Thank you, Watery Events. Shout out to the first orange boy of the show. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate that, brother. Thank you. Let's continue.
Ben's associate, Victor Wynn, and 15 unnamed does. And they did not hold back either. They threw 13 causes of action at these people. There's Utah RICO, defamation per se, regular defamation, and injurious falsehood and false light. Then there's also civil conspiracy, tortious interference, civil stalking, nuisance, and trespass. Plus intentional infliction of emotional distress, unjust enrichment, and request for declaratory and injunctive relief. Yeah, it's a lot. So in this video, we're going to focus on one of my favorite topics concerning celebrities and social media influencers, defamation. Now, before we can go over the specifics of these defamation
Shout out to RLC Tech. How you doing, brother?
Claims in this particular lawsuit, we first need to understand generally what a plaintiff needs to prove in order to win on a defamation claim in Utah. And there, in order to win on a defamation claim, the plaintiff has to prove 5 essential elements. First, the plaintiff has to show that the defendant made a false statement of fact about the plaintiff. Second,
good luck with that. Everything seems to be correct.
Plaintiff has to show that the defendant made that false statement to at least one third party. Third, the plaintiff also has to show that the statement that the defendant made about the plaintiff didn't fall under some particular privilege. Utah lists a number of privileges that it recognizes, so it can't fall into one of these. We will get more into detail about this in a bit because it's pretty relevant. Anyway, fourth is that the plaintiff has to show that the defendant made this statement with a particular mindset, either negligence or actual malice.
I would say stealing over $100,000 of Lego, probably malice. I would say lying about all these things was probably malice and claiming you didn't know about it. I would say that showing up at a U-Haul and jacking half that shit was probably malice. I would say having Reckless Ben and his crew arrested, probably malice. I would say stealing from an old man, probably malice. I would say that claiming to not have a list, an itemized list that was already created in September of 2024 and claiming you didn't have it, although you did have it under the actual company's email itself, probably actual malice. Good luck with that shit, brother.
Now, in order to figure out which one of the two that the plaintiff has to show, we first need to look at who the plaintiff is. Specifically, are they a public figure or are they a private person? If the plaintiff is a public figure, the plaintiff has to prove actual malice. This means that the plaintiff has to show that not only did the defendant lie about them or make a false statement about them, but that they knew that what they were saying was false or that they were reckless as to the truth or falsity of the statement.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Recklessness in this context basically means that the defendant knew that there was a pretty good likelihood that what they were saying was false, but that they went ahead and said it anyway. It's worth stressing here that actual malice is a really, really high burden for the plaintiff to overcome.
Yeah, and keep that in mind. The issue is here, you know how hard it's going to be for them to push back on any of this shit? Because they still haven't said where the Legos went. They don't actually know. They claim they don't know where the Legos went. They still haven't. They said the guy actually is owed money. The Mansells are owed money. They've admitted to that. So the statements made by Reckless Ben seem to be relatively accurate until they themselves are able to prove that it's all lies. Okay? But the fact that this guy's been missing his money for years now, it's going to be really hard to prove that, I think. You know what I'm saying? How the hell else is the public supposed to see it otherwise? You know? If you took a damn your car to the dealership to sell it and you dropped it off, they said they'd get back with you in a week, and then they just didn't call back, and you went up there and asked them, and they said, "Oh, the car's gone. We don't have any idea. We don't have any documentation." And you're like, "But I brought it here yesterday," and they're like, "Well, we don't have it." And then you tell people somebody stole your car off this lot, or they stole the car, and then now they're going to sue you for defamation. Bro, I can prove it because I don't have my shit. That's the most important thing. Well, I can prove it. Look, I ain't got the shit. You know what I'm saying? It's silly.
And generally speaking, the odds don't favor the plaintiff. That, of course, can depend on the actual statement itself and the circumstances around it. But generally speaking, that's the case. And this is because under an actual malice standard, all a defendant needs to do in order to prevent the plaintiff from showing actual malice is to provide from the defense some kind of reasonable logic and evidence that they relied on in making their statement. For example, if a newspaper runs a story about a woman who says that she was assaulted by some celebrity, it is next to impossible to sue that defamation successfully for defamation for running the story if they published the article like right after interviewing the woman and getting basic verification of her credibility.
And that is not even remotely the same thing that's happening here. It's the complete opposite. By the way, every time I look in the background of her stream or her video, there's like another cat or something. I just noticed there's a dog right here. There's a cat right here. Am I going to just see, is there going to be like a parrot that comes out of a hole somewhere? She's got shit everywhere. All kinds of animals. Oh my gosh, is that Intimidator with a gold boy? My boy. Hope you had a good weekend, Cody. Mine was good on Saturday. 2-day con charity event where I was able to get the voice of the Master Chief Steve Downs to sign my original copy of Halo comic. Oh, based, brother. Congratulations. That's awesome. That's awesome. I'll be at Southeast Game Exchange in South Carolina in a month. If anybody wants to come hang out with me, I'll be guesting out there, and I'm excited to see people and we hanging out with the drinker and drinking some whiskey because that's what we do. Having some fun. So get the hell on it, diggity dog on it. Shout out to Intimidator, the fourth out of 20. 20, the goal at the top of the screen. Thank you guys so much. We're getting there. We're closing in. We're closing in strong. Hell yeah. We also be racing some cars. Well, not in South Carolina, no. I have loosely some stuff lined up. I have teams calling me like every day, and I'm like, I have no money. Sorry, sir. My funds are running a little low. You know what I'm saying? All right.
Even if it turns out that she actually lied to the publication. Now, if the plaintiff is not a public figure, but instead a private citizen, then they only need to show negligence. This is a much, much lower standard where the plaintiff just needs to show that the defendant wasn't as careful as they should have been in talking about the plaintiff. Negligence is usually what we're talking about with car accidents, for example. If the defendant just didn't look over their shoulder before changing lanes, they ended up hitting the plaintiff while they were trying to change lanes, that's negligence. Anyway, the fifth and final element here is that the plaintiff also generally has to show damages. In other words, that they were harmed by the statement, reputationally, financially harmed. That is, of course, unless we're...
I got to say, that's definitely happened. That has definitely happened. Ooh. Oh, my God. I tell you what, that is 100%. Absent Mind says people call you to drive for them and ask you for money. That's fucked up. That's how. Yeah, that's how auto racing is. Drivers pay for everything. Who else is going to pay for it? Right? So basically how it works is a driver will have a sponsor that's providing funds, and they give the driver the funds. The driver gives them to the team, and then that's why they have the team will put like logos and wraps on the cars. The drivers bring the sponsorship, and then that's how they get to drive. Otherwise, you're not driving. Doesn't matter if you're the best in the world or worst in the world, like me. All right, let's go.
We're talking about defamation per se, and the plaintiffs in this case have alleged both defamation and defamation per se. Defamation per se is where the defendant's statement falls under one of a number of categories of statements that are considered to be like so bad that the law just assumes the reputational harm follows. These are things like the defendant saying that the plaintiff has a loathsome disease, quote unquote. Think like STDs and that kind of thing. Or in other categories where the defense claims that the plaintiff did something illegal. So where we're talking about a statement where the defendant alleges that the plaintiff stole something from someone else, that certainly would count under the illegal category.
Yep.
Okay, so we just ran through all of these elements really quickly.
Did Ben say anything about the McNeffs having HIV? Because I feel like... Hey, why'd you say that, Ben? No, that's not what happened. I'm just joking. Oh.
But I want to turn back to the element of falsity of the statement for just a moment. It's exactly what it sounds like. If what the defendant said isn't true, then it's not defamation. So because of that, truth is a complete defense to defamation. This is widely accepted across jurisdictions in the US, and the Utah Supreme Court has reinforced that on this point alone, a defamation case can be dismissed. And the thing is, what courts will actually look for here is whether the defendant's statement is substantially true. This means that the statement doesn't necessarily need to be completely true on every tiny detail, just that the main gist of it is correct as anyone would understand the statement.
And that sounds like a slam dunk, in my opinion, because if Bricks and Minifigs can't provide any evidence on where everything is, where the money went, and they also are saying they owe the Brian Mansell money, kind of sounds like the statement is true to some degree, right?
Hold on to that idea because it's going to matter a lot later on. So let's apply these elements to this case really quickly. We'll go out of order, but that's just because I want to focus in on some of these more.
Absent-minded, are you saying that being gay is an STD? Because that's bigotry, brother. We don't allow that much at, okay? All right. So you better clean up your act or get banned. Thrown in the van and banned, brother. No Band-Aid, only banned. Take the aid off. It's been a long day, okay? Long day.
More than others.
Lock the show.
Some of them are easy to meet. Others require more explanation. First off, element number 2 is easy. These statements were made in viral videos on YouTube, and so many third parties heard what Reckless Ben had to say. Second, the statements that he made involved claiming that Bricks and Minifigs and all of these guys on that side of the story basically are part of this criminal enterprise to steal these Lego sets and to use the police in order to buffer the theft. This is definitely going to fall pretty easily into the defamation per se category, and so that means that they don't actually need to prove damages for their defamation per se claim. But now they also alleged regular defamation, and in that case, it would probably be pretty easy to show reputational and financial impact on Bricks and Minifigs.
Yes. Yeah, I will agree with that one.
And all of these guys, just from the backlash that they've been getting alone. So that leaves us with the second, third, and fourth elements of defamation. That's the falsity element, the privileged statement element, and the negligence versus actual malice element. So let's start with that last one. So generally speaking, Bricks and Minifigs and all those individual plaintiffs that are on that side of this lawsuit are likely to be considered private citizens. That means that under normal circumstances, they would only need to show that Reckless Ben was negligent in making the false statements about them. In other words, he wasn't as careful as he should have been in talking about them. However,
I don't know. I feel like that's going to be rough. No Name says, has there been any update on the cards? Are you talking about the cyber frog thing from Talladega 2 years ago? Is that what you're talking about? Because I think, now don't quote me on this because I don't know, because I haven't talked to Ethan in a long time. But I saw people started to receive them on Twitter like a week ago or 2 weeks ago. Because somebody messaged me like a picture of it, a picture of one of them, maybe. Now, if you got a signed one, he has to apparently send me like a bundle of them, and then I send them back to him signed. So I'm guessing if yours is signed, it's probably why. But I know that they were already completed. Yeah. So yeah, here guys, yeah. So that should be pretty soon. I'm expecting them to arrive. I don't know, but yeah, they're done. It's like mine that are done, Thank you, No Name. I appreciate you, brother, for hanging out with us tonight. Hope you're doing well, buddy. Always supporting your boy. Yeah. Thank you, Fractal Mage. I appreciate that.
Earlier, I said that whether the plaintiff is a private citizen or a public figure is the first question we ask here, but it's not the last. You see, in Utah, that standard can actually switch from negligence, which is easier to prove, to actual malice, which is much harder to prove if the statement that was made falls under a particular privilege that is enumerated under Utah law. And so that brings us to element number 3, the requirement that the statement not be privileged. You see, Utah recognizes conditional privileges for speech on certain important topics. And the Utah Supreme Court has recognized that one of them is called the public interest privilege. Specifically, the court in this case called Siegmiller said the public interest privilege is applicable at least when the public health and safety are involved and when there is a legitimate issue with respect to the functioning of government bodies, officials, or public institutions, or with respect to matters involving the expenditure of public funds.
Oop. Wrecked. Oh. Looks like Bricks and Minifigs is fucked because this is public good. This is public knowledge for the public good about a public institution. Oh, hot diggity. Maverick Cuba says, sometimes you look at Legal Bot's background, you can see Rakita wearing cat ears hiding in her ceiling. Not the ceiling cats. You talking about Nick was the ceiling cats all along. It has come full circle. Thank you, Maverick Cuba. I appreciate you, brother. No Name says, I'm good. How about you? Man, I had a really great day, which is kind of rare. And I'm not like being like, woe is me. I'm just saying like usually it's a very normal day. Had a great day. Very exciting, very good day. Got a lot of strange things sorted out all today that I've been meaning to sort out, and it all went in a really well manner. Yep. So now it's all about grinding and hanging out with the chat and streaming every single day for the boys. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
What the court means here is that defamation cases where the statement at issue involves a legitimate issue regarding the functioning of our government, public institutions, etc., those definitely fall under this public interest privilege. And, not all cases that have like serious allegations are going to fit into the public interest privilege. After all, in Siegmiller, the Utah Supreme Court ended up not applying the privilege because the defendant's statement was claiming that the plaintiff, a rancher, was abusing horses in a newspaper publication. And the court said, yeah, that's bad, but there just needs to be something more. But, they go on to say super clearly, hey, if there was an allegation of dereliction of duty by law enforcement officers in dealing with cruelty to animals, then we'd have something to talk about and this privilege would apply. So keeping that in mind, let's turn back to the whole Bricks and Minifigs scandal.
Okay, here we go. Where'd you go? Shit, James, no. 3412 says, watch your backroom video today. It was awesome. Yeah, dude. So every one of my gaming streams goes on my members only section. And if I hit my naked snake today, we'll do Halo Combat Evolved tomorrow. Here we go. All right. Sholo says, how do you figure public interest? Well, because I am public, Solo, and I'm interested. Come on, keep up, Solo. Where you been, brother? What's up, monkey?
All Reckless Ben said was Bricks and Minifigs stole $200,000 worth of Lego sets from an 83-year-old man. That arguably would not be enough to trigger this public interest privilege. But that's not the whole allegation that he's making in these videos. Let's run it back one more time.
This man spent his life collecting what's now known as the world's largest Lego Star Wars collection ever. It's estimated to be worth around $200,000. And then the entire thing got stolen. And the police are actively working with the thieves to cover the entire thing.
And foolishly, the plaintiffs here even included the police allegation as one of the allegedly defamatory statements that Ben made against them. As you can see, here are the statements that they say are defamatory. First, there's plaintiffs stole a Lego collection worth approximately $200,000. Then there's plaintiffs steal from old people. And then there's police are actively working with the thieves to cover up the matter. And they also include the statement, plaintiff's CEO was in on this cover up, and also plaintiffs operate a criminal enterprise. And of course, we can't forget the merchandise Ben is selling with the slogan, we steal from old people. So even just looking at the allegations on their face in this complaint, this is going to fit in really nicely with what the Utah Supreme Court has said is a privilege statement under the public interest privilege. And all of that means that the plaintiff is going to have a very hard time proving that element that requires that the statement isn't privileged. And by the way, it's not like Ben is making this allegation of police cover up out of nowhere either. I mean,
yeah. See, here's the issue. It's like this. It's like, okay, we're just claiming all these things are true or alleging all these things with zero evidence. Okay, that would be different, right? Okay, if I just randomly called somebody, if I just randomly like made a YouTube video and said, this other YouTuber has HIV, it's disgusting. And then they don't have HIV. And a lot of people, for some reason, jump on the bandwagon and throw down, and this dude loses 10K subs and he starts hurting a little bit. There was no reason for me to believe he had HIV. I just made that shit up for fun, right? That's a little different than getting arrested, the police coming and raiding your Airbnb, arresting everybody in it, all for you serving some papers and then lying to the police, okay? We have evidence that the police were obviously not on their best game that day, right? So that being the case, you could say, well, it feels like they're in on it a little bit, right? Anyways, what's up, Sledge? How you doing, buddy? Only if you're a respected news source, 3-4. He has HIV. I've seen it. You can't trick me. Don't forget, boys, we have a 20 gold boy goal on the YouTube chat. We have 4 out of 20, 2 of which were a pink and an orange boy. Hot diggity damn. Thank you, guys. I love you. Appreciate you. An hour and 20 minutes for the other 16. That'll get us real close to the snake. And I read from a Rainbow Night. Can you believe it? I agree, biggest dickus. I agree. It does. I think the issue is when somebody of huge like stature can just literally make up something to bury a company, or maybe like change the stock price if they wanted, right? So I think it's mainly to defend yourself against giant entities or extremely influential people, not just random people, right?
And he has the fact that he got hit with a trespass violation immediately when he walked in and started asking questions. And he also has the knowledge that Brian Mansell also got the same violation when he tried to go in and claim what he says was rightfully his. Then Ben also had the store clerk telling him that her boss made statements about how they could scheme to get Ben arrested after he was kicked out of the store from that initial conversation.
Yeah, you're boofed. You're borged. I'm just saying. They have evidence that leads them to believe some kind of collusion is happening. That's it. Or could be happening. You know what I'm saying, Janice?
Yeah, all I did was...
You know what's really funny is after you left, I got a call from my boss, and it was like, how do we get them arrested?
Dang.
And then Ben does get arrested.
Damn, son.
So anyway, once a conditional privilege applies here, the whole game changes. The Utah Supreme Court has been super clear about this too. Where the statement falls under a conditional privilege, like the public interest privilege that we just talked about, the plaintiff has to show that the defendant made the statement with actual malice. That's the same brutal standard reserved typically for public figures. For example, let me give you what the United States Supreme Court has said about actual malice for defamation cases. In St. Amant v. Thompson, the court said that if the defendant wasn't aware of the likelihood that he was circulating a false statement, there is no actual malice. Plaintiff loses. The court also said that in order to show actual malice, the plaintiff would need to show that the defendant made the statement with a high degree of awareness of probable falsity. And
that's not even remotely true. That is going to be impossible to prove. What's up, Hydra? Hell, Hydra, brother. Oh, it was good, son. It was good as hell. Filled with oranges. Filled with oranges, special sauce. What's up, brother?
essentially, the court said in order to show actual malice, the plaintiff needed to show sufficient evidence to show that the defendant, in fact, entertained serious doubts as to the truth of this publication. Looking at everything that is known in this whole saga, unless, of course, there is some sort of evidence, some information that isn't known to the public that Reckless Ben has kept behind doors somehow, I simply don't see a way for them to prove actual malice here. So with that, we've got the conditional privilege issue that the plaintiffs have, that they probably won't be able to meet their element there. And then we also have this actual malice element that they probably also, in my opinion, won't be able to meet. And
Yeah, I think we all been saying this all along. All along. Fabian's the CEO should have quit a long time ago. That's what I'm saying. They actually have a poll right now on Polymarket. They have a poll on Polymarket right now. 38% think he's going to step down before July 31st. So I think it'd be a good time to maybe throw about $8 in that bitch. $8 in that bitch. Just 8 though. That's all I got. Dream Smythe or Dream Smith. How you doing? Smythe. I smite you.
so now with this conditional privilege actual malice analysis, you might think this is pretty bad for Bricks and Minifigs. Their defamation claim seems pretty much dead in the water here. But just wait, because the way that I'm looking at this whole situation, it's about to get much, much worse for them. You see, Utah has what's called an anti-SLAPP law. SLAPP stands for a strategic litigation against public participation. Basically, it's a lawsuit filed to silence someone for exercising their First Amendment rights. And anti-SLAPP is a law that's designed to protect free speech and kill these silencing lawsuits fast. In Utah, they actually call it the Uniform Public Expression Protection Act, or UPAPA. I'm pretty sure they pronounce it UPAPA. Anyway, the strength of an anti-SLAPP law in any state is going to vary from state to state. Places like California or New York are known to have very strong anti-SLAPP laws. This means that in those states, it's much, much easier for a defendant to get a defamation claim dismissed early in the litigation. Then on the other end of the spectrum, you have states where there isn't even an anti-SLAPP law on the books, like Alabama, New Hampshire, the Carolinas, Wisconsin, and some others. In those states, a defendant basically has to rely on essential First Amendment principles to try to argue that it should be dismissed.
Oh, rest in peace to us Bama boys. I tell you what, we got to rest on our intellect to get out of a defamation suit. I did not say he was gay. I only said he liked to kiss men, which isn't very gay depending on the appearance of said man. In my opinion, we should dismiss this case right now. Because I would kiss a man if it was Chris Hemsworth. Therefore, dismissal should be considered. Because who would not Chris? Chris. Dude, that's good. No, it's not. They ain't going anywhere. They're types that go down the ship. Yeah, I agree with that. Luffy is God says, why they haven't dropped the charges, paid the old dude is beyond me. Now the police are going to get it too. Well, here's the issue, Luffy. The issue is they've posted net operating losses of $50,000 and $200,000 the last 2 years. They ain't got no money, Sonny. They ain't got that money. And also, you know, they just seem like the kind of people that just want to win. They want to win. You know what I'm saying? They want to win like Nacho Libre. I want to win. I want to feel the glory. A little taste of the glory. See what it tastes like. Jazz. Leslie said these guys are going scorched earth. Their company's bankrupt. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Got your money on money, real money. Don't forget, speaking of money, 16 $10 super chats from the goal with an hour and 10 minutes left. Don't forget. Let's hit Snake for the 632nd stream in a row. Look at him down there. He's snaking. Get him.
As it turns out, Utah actually seems to have a pretty strong anti-SLAPP law that took effect in May 2023. Here's how it works. After a complaint is served on the defendant has 60 days to file what's called a special motion to dismiss. And the second that motion is filed, the whole case freezes, including discovery, until the court makes a decision on this motion. And here's the kicker. You know what kind of speech falls under the protection of this anti-SLAPP law? That would be speech on a matter of public concern. And
it's over. Oh, my God. It's public concern. Why is it public concern? Because your happy ass might want to go down to Bricks and Minifigs yourself with your giant minifig and Lego collection and put on consignment, right? But you need to know that that's not the good way to go, because as soon as Brandon and Josh and both McNeff, yes, the McNeffs will go down there and jack your Legos, and then you have no Legos. You can no longer build your dreams because you have no dreams. It's terrifying shit. What's up, Donna? How you doing, baby? How you doing, baby? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. All right, anyways, let's continue. Let's continue. No defamation, no malice. Sandy, I agree with that, baby.
We just went through a whole analysis under Utah law about matters of public concern. And so the same analysis for a public interest privilege should fit right here to show that, yeah, this is exactly the kind of case where Reckless Ben can and probably should file an anti-slap motion. By the way, if you need help with a real legal issue in your life, contact us at the Bytes Law Group at bytes.law. We are partnered with firms all across the United States. So if you follow the link in the description below, we can see if we can help find quality legal representation in your jurisdiction.
He looks like Eggman, Dr. Eggman.
Anyway, as I was saying, so let's walk through how this motion actually plays out for defendants to get the claim dismissed on an anti-slap motion. It's essentially a two-step process. In step one, there are basically two things that need to happen. First, the defendant has to show that the allegedly defamatory statement is speech that's covered by the anti-slap statute. Like I said a moment ago, everything we talked about earlier regarding the public interest privilege should clear that pretty easily. Anyway, the other thing that has to happen in step one is the plaintiff has to fail to show that this case doesn't fall within the scope of the anti-slap law. Then in step two, the court will dismiss the claim entirely if any one of three things happen. One of those is if the plaintiff fails to establish a prima facie case as to each element of the defamation claim. What this means is that the plaintiff has to present the court with enough real evidence that a reasonable jury could rule for them. And remember, because of that conditional privilege, that should now include actual malice. Anyway, the court will also dismiss the claim on the second step if the defendant makes his own showing that the claim should be dismissed on either a basic motion to dismiss standard or a motion for summary judgment standard. Basically, without getting into the weeds there, the defense can also make their own showing that as the complaint is written, the plaintiff can't win. And we
rest in peace. I'm telling you, brother. There seems to be almost no avenue that I can even fathom in my dumb redneck mind on how they can proceed with this lawsuit with any hopes of winning. I think it's just to bleed everyone dry, because they'll have to keep their legal representation on retainer for as long as they need to. A lot of people can't do that. What's up, Pre-Dawn Corpse? Hey, damn brother. Hey, damn brother. That's not good. It's spicy. It's very spicy, in my opinion. I don't know about that.
We've already talked about how the actual malice standard and the conditional privilege issue are likely to get in the way of the plaintiffs being able to prove every element of their defamation claims. But there's another big issue here for the plaintiffs that we will get into in just a moment. I first want to mention that the reason that it gets so much worse for the plaintiff if the defense wins on an anti-slap motion is this. If the defendant wins that motion, the court must award them their reasonable attorney's fees. Court costs, fees, litigation expenses, all of it is mandatory. Now, that wouldn't cover all attorney's fees that the defense needs to pay in this litigation unless the entire lawsuit got dismissed under an anti-slap motion. But at the very least, as to the two defamation claims, regular defamation and defamation per se, and probably the false light claim too, Reckless Ben could force Bricks and Minifigs to pay for whatever it costs him to get those claims dismissed. Okay, so here's where we finally talk about where I think that the Bricks and Minifigs CEO just put a nail in the coffin in all of these defamation claims. Recently, he sat down.
Yeah, and the reason she's going to say this is the same reason I was thinking. He already came out and said that he owes. They do feel like the Mansells are owed money, and they want to make them whole. That means, before everything else, what does that mean? It means there was reasonable concern and enough evidence to deduce that the things that they were saying, and I mean Mansell's and Reckless Ben, that their Legos were stolen and they had not been paid, there was reasonable belief to deduce that that was a true statement or relatively true, meaning they're fucked. The mustache has to be shaved. That's what they should put like a little bitty tiny portion of the dismissal, CEO has to shave his mustache. I know that's not how things work. Okay. I'm just making shit up, but I still think he should shave his mustache because I don't like it. I don't care for it. If you think he should shave his mustache, please do me a favor and type 1 in the chat. Type 1 in the chat. If you think I should grow my mustache out, drop a red boy in the chat and I will ignore it because I'm not going to, brother. It's too itchy. It gets in my nose and shit. Look at all the ones. Look at all the ones. BB Joe, Dirty, Ricky, a dude named Anthony, Wally Dangerous. Oh, White, Bahabladot, Ludwig, Leslie, Neuromoto Protocol. There you go. That's a lot of ones, brother. It's a lot of ones. Even we got the whole damn kick chat doing it. Alasky, Captain, Redneck, MRT. Hey, dear brother. Jared's a lost hood string. Aw. Baloo. 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 General Skullface. Strong opinions. And Mansell's should be the ones to shave the mustache. Oh, we've even went further. I agree. Hold him down. Hold him down and shave that stash. I'm all about it. Mark Aurelius. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. All right, make sure you guys do me a big ass favor. Like the show. 16 goal boys to the goal. It's counting down at the top of the chat. Click it. Lick it. Give it some stickets. Bop it. Spin it. Twist it. Fuck it. All right, let's go.
With Fox 5 in Washington, D.C. This surely is part of what appears to be his press tour to win back the public. And look, I get the instinct. The backlash has been absolutely brutal. Justified in my opinion, but brutal nonetheless. But I do still think that this laser sharp focus on the court of public opinion is probably underestimating just how much damage this can do to the legal case. Anyway, here's one of McNeff's latest pleas to the public as to why he's not the bad guy here.
Thank you, Talon asked.
However, unfortunately, we had a franchisee go rogue and enter into a consignment agreement without our knowledge or authorization.
So he pins the whole consignment mess on the former franchisee, Crystal. I already talked in the last video on this controversy why I think this claim of unauthorized consignment agreements is a really weak argument. And the Gormans will probably also have plenty to say about that themselves in their own lawsuit against Bricks and Minifigs over the store takeover. But here's the thing. I don't think this finger pointing is going to get McNeff too far here because watch what he admits next.
And in the shuffle, there appears to have been just some confusion as to how, why, and where like some of this came about. And as we tried to figure that out, we started uncovering more documents, more information. And what we found was that there were 3 separate sets of records that were being kept that shows that Mr. Mansell was significantly underpaid by that former franchisee.
So you can deduce with the CEO's own words that the things that Reckless Ben and the Mansells and other people have been alleging that the Legos were stolen and Mr. Mansell wasn't paid correctly likely have an element of truth to them. Therefore, they can dismiss the shitballs out of this. Right? They can dismiss the shit out of it, brother. All right? Because they've already claimed themselves that there's an element of truth to this. Meaning you're boned. You're so boned, brother. Damn, brother. What's up, Saul? You're boned. Boned.
And so we've been trying to make sure that we can properly do like a forensic accounting and make sure everything is being looked at properly so that we can work together to get that family resolution.
Did you catch that? He just said Mr. Mansell was significantly underpaid for what was sold out of his collection. And to show he didn't stutter, he basically repeated that admission later in this interview.
There's a couple terms I want to get into. That the franchisee agreement was not honored. Does that mean you're saying Mr. Mansell was underpaid by the franchisee?
From what we can tell, yes. The documentation that we've been able to pull out from a couple of different sources indicates that more sets were sold than were reported to him, and from that unauthorized consignment agreement, but that the overall payments to him did not match what had been sold through the store.
Your case is weak, bitch. And I don't like your moves. You know what I'm saying? You know what angers me about this the most? They got weak ass moves, and I don't like their moves. Your moves are weak, and your case is weak. It's gross. It's gross. Your moves are weak, bitch. Shave your mustache. Your moves are weak.
Under the previous franchise.
He even offered to make the Mansells whole on this whole debacle.
Say make whole. Will that include saying, hey, 780 sets, 1,200 minifigs. We're going to tell you what we have where. We're going to tell you what we think was sold. Does that come with making him whole?
Yes. Yep. Being able to show all the documents, and if he was, again, as we believe through the documentation, not paid the way that he should have been, then we would cover the difference.
And, to a person who isn't all that familiar.
You know what should have happened right there? I think that they would have garnered a lot of public goodwill if, after doing this interview, or right before this interview, if they would have dropped the lawsuit. Right? Dropped the lawsuit entirely. I think they would have garnered a lot of goodwill, good public will, but they just dug deep even harder. Even harder. So when you're saying you want to help somebody out and you want to make them whole, but simultaneously you're trying to sue them harder and harder and harder and double down, it doesn't really seem like that's the correct thing to be doing, right? It's silly. It don't make no damn sense. 1 hour and 2 minutes on the clock for 16 more gold boys on the Super Chat goal today. For the snake. Red boy from a Rainbow Night. Let's finish this one out. I am going to pull up Sheldon Norcross's video next, where the original police report has come out. Ooh.
Familiar with the details of what Brian Mansell has gone through and what Reckless Ben is now going through, this might sound fairly reasonable. But here's why what he's saying here has some potential legal ramifications. To explain that, we're going to talk about that final element of defamation that we haven't really gotten into all that much yet. Specifically, I'm talking about the plaintiff's requirement to prove that the statement that the defendant made is false. Because remember, if the defense can show that the statements at issue are substantially true, that is a complete defense to defamation. And let's go back to what these statements generally are. Reckless Ben's claim here is that Bricks and Minifigs stole the Mansell's Lego collection by taking custody of them and then refusing to give them back or pay him for those items. And he said that the store, Bricks and Minifigs Corporate, the local police, and all of the individuals that make up those entities are in on it. At the heart of all of these claims is that someone at Bricks and Minifigs stole from the Mansells. And do you know what it's called when someone refuses to pay you what you're owed when you demand payment? Lawyers might call it conversion or breach of contract or unjust enrichment. But in plain colloquial English, regular people typically call it one thing: theft. So here we have the CEO of Bricks and Minifigs on camera admitting that someone operating under the Bricks and Minifigs branding significantly underpaid the Mansells. Now, Reckless Ben may have been somewhat imprecise about who specifically is responsible for that alleged theft. But remember, he doesn't have to be right on all the tiny details. The statement just has to be substantially true. And here's another thing. Ben and the Mansells are outsiders to this business structure. They couldn't possibly be expected to know exactly who sold or pocketed which Lego set and how these various entities interact with one another specifically.
Yep, all that's completely irrelevant. All that's completely irrelevant. If they haven't been paid, the Legos are being misplaced, the owners know it, the franchise owners know it, all these people know it, then they have no case at all. Sorry.
And that's especially when they're completely stonewalled when asking questions by every single level of Bricks and Minifigs every step of the way. And here's more specifically why I think this particular statement in this interview is such a bad thing for Bricks and Minifigs. You see, in their complaint, they do actually make this allegation that the Gormans significantly underpaid Mansell anyway, which means on the face of this complaint, Bricks and Minifigs already has a huge issue with proving falsity of the statement if they're even alleging themselves that the Mansells were underpaid. They were allegedly underpaid by the Gormans, but
here's what they should probably stop just suing everybody. They're getting their wires crossed because they're going so hard. They can't keep their facts straight.
still, this is people operating under the Bricks and Minifigs branding. Now, of course, they try to wash their own hands of it by saying the consignment arrangement wasn't approved and wasn't permitted. But even without going into that argument, again, take a step back, and the people the plaintiffs are pointing a finger at are Bricks and Minifigs people. But even though they still arguably made this admission in the complaint already, here's why I think this interview makes it so much worse. You see, when it comes to filing a pleading in court, you can file something like a complaint, serve it on the other side, and then suddenly realize a day or a week later that you made a huge goof that you want to correct. Not
Whoops.
all things can be corrected. But if Bricks and Minifigs decided to take out these allegations about the Gormans being the ones who stiffed the Mansells, they probably could, especially if it's at an early stage in the litigation. But you know what can't be redone? An interview like this. By going on this obsessive PR campaign and doing these interviews, McNiff just locked himself into this admission that someone at Bricks and Minifigs stole from the Mansells. This means that if he is ever put on a witness stand, he can be cross-examined about it. He can compare his statements to the allegations here, and et cetera, et cetera. And because of that, he just made it so much easier for Reckless Ben to show, even before this ever gets to trial, in an anti-slap motion, that all of his statements at issue are actually substantially true. And so if the judge agrees with how I'm reading this with regards to the anti-slap motion, Bricks and Minifigs could be on the hook for all of Ben's attorney's fees on this issue. And also, riddle me this, Batman.
Shocking. That's pretty much the end of the video right there. I'm not shocked. It seems to be that's the case, right? It seems to be that the case is that they are boned hard. Boned hard. Because all it took was an element of truth to anything that they were alleging. Therefore, you're boned as far as filing a lawsuit against them for defamation. Rest in peace. We're going to pull up the Sheldon Norcross. God, my brain is broken. Video about the police report as well. Don't forget. Kaya's shocked. No, she's shocked, boys. She's shocked. What's up, Eldemon Phantasm? How you doing, brother? Hope you're doing well. Welcome everybody to the show. We're hanging out. We got a long way to go, so don't forget we have 16 gold boys on the super chat goal at the top of the screen. Don't forget to hit that naked snake goal. I appreciate everybody today. Shout out to J Burb, the top dog today. Shout out to PS2 Chopper as well. Thank you so much, Chai T. Appreciate you, Mr. Watery Events and Intimidator. Thank you guys for supporting tiny ass YouTube channels like mine. It helps me a lot to keep going. If we hit the goal, we're going to be doing Halo Combat Evolved tomorrow on the show on the Camelot Arcade before, of course, Campaign Evolved comes out, because I'm gonna have to play that on stream too. So I got to get CE out of the way, and then I'll play Campaign Evolved as well. So get the hell on it, doggone it. Make sure you like the stream and let's get the hell in it. Appreciate you guys so much. Give me some bees in the chat. Give the bees. It's time. We're gonna take a 1 minute break for bees. It's called the bee break. I want some bees in my chat. Yes, Sledge, if we hit the goal, we're going to be freaking playing some Halo. Some Halo. B. Yes, brotherly B. Some bees, brother. Give me the bees. Yes, more. More bees. Give them the bees. I love the bees, bro. All right, here we go. It's not as good as the delicious Jiggly Bee from Kick. The Jiggly Bee on Kick inspired the bees. Because him's just so adorable. We love him. We appreciate him. All right. Let's jump into the next video. Shout out to all the boys in the chat. Cicada Mania. What's up, brother? Where the hell you been? Monkey says, would you consider what Reckless Ben has done in this case? He could be put up there with O'Keefe, Nick Shirley, and others. I mean, the reason that the O'Keefes and Nick Shirleys are so high up there is because millions and millions and millions of dollars in fraud. And it's kind of based in like the political realm, you know, and like kind of proving what everybody already knows about politicians and whatnot. And obviously, especially during like a year or two ago or 6 months ago, even, man, everybody was so like politically charged. I feel like that's kind of waned a little bit. That's why they got so crazy. I mean, this is pretty big though. I mean, everybody's talking about this shit. Even I am. I don't even know where I am right now. Right? The hell's that, Tugsamp? Oh, it's B. No, it's Third Martian. It's chicks. It's fucking chicks. Why is it not showing up as chicks for me? Oh, no, that's it. What the hell is that? That's a cow. What the hell? I don't even know what that is. All right, okay, anyways. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate you. Don't forget about that gold, boy. Gold. My brick slipped out. No. Don't forget. We're on top of it, and we are up against the 632nd Naked Snake in a row. Oh, only 15 gold boys. Erikias joins the Orange Boys tonight. Give him some love in the chat. I'm going to give him a quack. Maybe another one. Let's give him one more. Oh, my God, he's an official Orange Boy. Go get you some Panda Express. Get you some orange chicken, brother, to celebrate. He says, be Microsoft. People spend a majority of their day in devices, fail at selling movies and TV shows to them, fail at selling them games in your platform that most require. How can you be that incompetent? Well, because they actively will make statements. The developers have said movies and games will actively make statements about how much they hate the fans and how everything that is wrong with the perception of the current brand is the fault of fans, and they should leave. And then they do leave. And now they have no operating revenue, and they're confused. I'm just convinced it's all tax write-offs. So, thank you so much, Erikias. I appreciate you, brother. Shout out to my boy. I love you. I appreciate you for the Orange Boy. We're only 15 gold boys away, or higher. 15 gold boys or higher away from that delicious goal. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it. Here we go. Let's jump into the Sheldon video. It is titled, I found the original arrest report, the original police report. And this is kind of based around Josh Johnson, the bald guy from the body cam footage, and it's based on Brandon Best, the people that are under the microscope and probably the most considered suspect of stealing the difference in these Legos by showing up in U-Hauls and jacking everything. I'm just saying, brothers. I'm saying, I feel it. I feel it, boys. Give Mr. Erikias some love in the chat for dropping a super chat. I appreciate that, brother. Means a lot to me, brother. And thanks for being my friend in roll-off. Appreciate that. All right, here we go.
Johnson, the incoming owner, and he responded, quote, there were 2 to 3 items on layaway when they took over.
What up, everybody? So what we got here is another Bricks and Minifigs Live. What they didn't know is that your boy Sheldon has had the police report this entire time. And I saw CoffeeZilla's video, and I remember thinking, like, didn't I see something about there being consignments? Or, yeah, not consignments. What did they say it was? It was layaways. I know I saw something in the police report about layaways. And what do we have here? And this is the original police report. I unlike the American Fork Police Department, I did redact everyone's personal information. So, you know, a guy with 7 videos under his belt is more competent than the entire American Fork Police Department's 3 brain cells put together. So that is stunning that they are that dumb.
The issue is people that are not privy to the online world will just dox everybody every 2 seconds. You know, I got to be honest. I find it alarming that anybody that does anything in life, like makes any purchase, you know, kind of major purchase anywhere, it's just public knowledge. You can go find anything about anybody at any moment of time. And I think we're past a point in our social media history where that's necessary. You know what I'm saying? Because like for a creator, or somebody gets like crazy about a creator, like for example, let's say there's this female creator and she's playing a ukulele and everybody's like, oh, she's awesome. And she gets like 100,000 subs. One crazy ass motherfucker that becomes obsessive can just find out where she lives in 1 second and go kill her in 1 second. It's crazy shit. I think we're past that point in life to where we need all that shit out there.
But let's get into it. Mr. Mansell was displeased that no arrests have been made this far. And after speaking with me at length about his belief in the criminal nature of this case, he provided me with more photographs. I called Mr. Best and asked him if he knew what happened with the inventory of the yellow stickers after the night Mrs. Law was escorted from the building. He stated he was not sure what had happened to everything and hadn't been in charge of the store until the end of March. And corporate had another manager come in and manage the store until the transfer of ownership was complete. Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah. Right. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Right.
Do ukulele chicks need to stay around? No. Of course not.
Mm-hmm. Corporate took over. Okay. So, but you guys didn't know about Brian's Legos, right? Right? Am I right?
Keep in mind, all of this would be utilized in court and blow Bricks and Minifigs out the damn water.
Right? Right. They didn't know. How could they? You know, they just took over completely. Mr. Best claimed that corporate had seized everything in the store when it... I'm about to flip my...
They seized everything in the store with a U-Haul. Or, well, most of the stuff. See, my theory still remains that Best and Johnson, or one of them or both of them, showed up with that U-Haul, which you can see in a picture. There is a picture in CoffeeZilla's video of the U-Haul. He showed up in that U-Haul, threw everything in that shit, and probably saw a lot of stuff he knew was profitable and jacked that shit.
Desk. Is this... I can't believe I forgot I had this. What? I advise Mr. Best that throughout the investigation, someone is determined to have committed a crime. An arrest may occur. Please. Instead, it was us. We got arrested. Are you guys kidding me? It would potentially be an aggravated theft one. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It is. They did this shit on purpose. I later received word that Josh Johnson called, unhappy that I'd called Mr. Best, and spoke to him about potential crimes. I called him back and learned that he is a franchise co-owner along with Mr. Best. Mr. Johnson told me that the business absorbs all inventory in the store once it's taken over. Owned or not, you know, they just get a free pass to steal everything.
Yep.
You know, that's just how it works in Bricks and Minifigs, I guess. They just, the rules of the world don't apply in a Bricks and Minifigs store. I asked to see this contract. What does it matter? Brian's contract wasn't worth anything. So why is your guys' trump his? What contract do you have that nullifies another contract? Is this like a golden Mormon contract? You know what I mean? It just doesn't make any sense. Mr. Johnson stated he would attempt to get me a copy from corporate. Mr. Johnson added that there were many items in the back of the store at that time, but the vast majority of them were layaway items. But I thought there were only 2 to 3. He told CoffeeZilla there were only 2 to 3. You know, I tried reaching out to CoffeeZilla. He didn't reply to me. Shout out CoffeeZilla. You're one of my favorite YouTubers, dude. I could have given you this. I mean, Ben could have given it to you, too. You know, why didn't you ask? All you had to do is a Freedom of Information Act request, and you could have proven they lied again. I mean, you already proved the U-Haul. I'm just saying you could have talked to me about what they said. And I told them, I texted them, I'm like, hey, man, all these dudes do is lie. Like, literally. It's all they ever do. I've never seen them tell the truth about anything. It's just crazy that we're still, you know, I haven't been served yet. I keep being like, well, this is my last video. You know what I mean? And then I keep not getting served. But it's just so frustrating. It's just unbelievable. The mass majority of them, there were many items in the back, but the mass majority of them were layaway items. He said that people would come in and prove they put money down from item, pay the rest to them, and they'd give the customer the item they'd paid for. Nice. Mr. Johnson added that a few of the items match what Mr. Mansell described as his, and those items were set aside. However, due to the claim that Mr. Mansell's continue to call the business despite being told not to. Phone calls? You guys owe this man $100,000. I'd be calling too, wouldn't you guys? And I think I've said, Brian's like a super nice guy, dude. Like, I don't know. It's the same rhetoric they've spit with us. It's just, he does not want to give these items to Mr. Mansell. He also added that he doesn't feel he needs to since the store's inventory became his once he took it over.
What?
Mm-hmm.
What? Oh, yes, yes. Could you imagine that? Could you imagine if, and I use this analogy a lot, could you imagine if you took your car down to a dealership? Like, let's say you put it on consignment, same thing. And they took your car down to a dealership, right? And they were in the process of selling it. And they'll, of course, keep 15% and you get the other amount. And then a month goes by and you're like, what the hell's going on? So you go down there and you walk in and there's different people working there. And you're like, hey, where's my car? And they're like, what car? And you're like, I put my car on consignment here last month. Here's my contract. And they're like, oh, somebody bought the dealership. So yeah, we just kept we sold your car and kept the money. And we don't feel like you deserve it. or need it because, we just bought the place. Yeah, I don't think that's legal, brother. That sounds like theft. That just straight up sounds like theft to me. You done goofed, and you goofed hard. You know what I'm saying? Seems like a load of barnacles. Smells like a load of barnacles. Eldenon says, I can prove they lied about the renting a U-Haul to tow a trailer. The box trucks, like the one the user rented, has a tow hitch smaller than what a camper trailer uses. Tow hitches are welded. Yeah, dude. 100%. I mean, obviously, and also the U-Haul was just sitting there chilling. You know what I'm saying? It was just sitting there chilling in front of God and everybody. No one was paying attention, except for when CoffeeZilla posted it and then asked the CEO about it. And he was like, oh, wait, actually, there totally was a U-Haul. I forgot. Same thing with the itemized list that he said he never got, right? Said he never saw an itemized list. CoffeeZilla showed him the itemized list, right? Shocking. I'm so shocked. How'd this happen? Was no one aware of this? It's very, very interesting. The fact that they haven't dropped the lawsuit by now is very alarming. It's very, very, very alarming. It's more like you come to get your car and it's still there and they tell you, exactly, yeah. Even better. Even better analogy. It's like you just can't get your car back. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. It's crazy, man.
Right. So, which is it? Did corporate take over, like Brandon said? Because, you just got two conflicting stories of what happened to the stuff by the two different owners. I called Mr. Mansell and gave him an update. At the request, please report this of the Mansell family. Please forward this report to the district attorney's office for review. And then we got, on May 14th, I spoke with Trinity Jordan. So we're talking May 14th, 2025. So over a year ago, I spoke with Trinity Jordan, whose firm represents the corporate office for Bricks and Minifigs. But I thought you guys didn't know about it. I learned that the firm has been trying to resolve the issues between Brian and Bricks and Minifigs. No, they weren't.
No.
They just went and got a lawyer, and then that was the end of it. They lied again. You guys lied again. I can't get over it, man. You guys do.
It's funny, too, because they can't keep, their lies. They can't keep their lies in, they just keep stumbling over themselves, saying different things every 2 seconds. So no one can, keep track of what's going on, right? No one can keep track of it. They're confused. Everyone's confused. It's very, very interesting. I don't get it. The Lego value makes it like a Grand Theft case. That's what I'm thinking, man. That's what I'm thinking. Is Twitter down or now? Extras ain't working no more. It's over. It's over. Why? Someone send help, please. All right. Anyways, that's the wrong video.
Nothing but lie. And every time we have the proof and nothing happens. It's so frustrating, dude. This is lies. You guys, and then it's like, oh, we'll give them back now, but we're going to sue these guys for $1 million. Dude, you guys suck, man. You're the worst. You did this shit on purpose. I don't care. Clip this in court. You did this on purpose. The literal police report says corporate was involved. So how are you guys going to act like, oh, now we're breaking up with Brandon and Josh? No, you guys schemed this. It was a scheme. You did this shit. You guys did this to Brian, bro. Unbelievable. It is so irritating to watch you guys go. And it's like, that's why you guys get caught lying in every video. There's no consistencies in any of your stories at all. You guys aren't even good at lying. If you were a good liar, you would have shut up because you would have realized we've been caught with so many lies.
Well, here's the issue is they're probably not used to people looking into shit, right? This is the first time anyone's looked into anything. They're used to doing hostile takeovers of franchisees, like stores, right? So they go in, claim that they violated their contract in some way, shape, or form, and then they take over the business and they apply all these unrealistic fees to the fact that they completely somehow violated their contract, and then claim, well, we'll let you walk away and pay zero fees, but we're just going to take your store and all the inventory, right? So they just apply a bunch of crazy ass fees that are arbitrary, that don't really exist, but they exist in small print on the contract somewhere. And then they just say, oh, we just let you not pay it and we'll just take all your inventory. Like they did with Gabe. That's what happened with Gabe. Same exact thing. It's interesting. Sandy says, I agree with Aslan. The stupid lies are personally offensive. Like he is saying we are too stupid to catch the really stupid lies. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. None of it makes any sense. It's all very, very strange. I don't get it. I don't get it at all. I'm confused, boys. Thank you. 300-yard wink. How you doing, brother? How you doing, brother? Hope you're doing well. Hey, did X just start working all of a sudden? No, my gosh, brother. Come on. Come on. Oh my God. Make sure you guys do me a huge ass favor. Like the stream. We're almost to 300. And don't forget let me see the timer. 39 minutes left for the 15 gold boys left on the goal. And a red boy to a rainbow knight. And that gets us to Naked Snake for the 632nd stream in a row. Shout out to Top Dog J Burb. Harvey says, if you threw on a mustache, you would look like Chud. I used to have a giant mustache. And then I shaved the hell out of it because it kept curling into my nose because it was like really long. So when I grew a giant beard and then I just shaved my beard and I had a giant mustache. But it was just annoying. I love feeling the wind on my face. I love it, Harvey. You can't take it from me, Harvey, please. It feels so good. Rover Boy says they devalue the takeover by not listing the complete inventory on top of the seizure. Yeah, it's like a racket, right? It's like a straight up racket. It's crazy. It's crazy. Just straight up racket. You can't convince me otherwise. It's like they do. I think they've probably done this so many times that it's unfathomable. You know what I'm saying? They've probably done this hostile takeover of so many stores within Bricks and Minifigs to get the inventory, liquidate the hell out of everything they think's profitable, and probably keeping the shit out of it. Right? They're posting operating losses for their company, but personally, I mean, where's these Legos going? Where's these minifigs going, right? It's very, very interesting shit. Somebody's making money. Somebody's making money off this. And is it so out of the realm of possibility to consider that Brandon Best, Josh Johnson, and the McNeff brothers weren't running some kind of racket like this behind the scenes to basically embezzle money off all of this over the top inventory that they were hostile taking over from all these franchise owners? I feel like that would be that's a no-brainer if you think about it really for a second, right? It seems like the obvious thing to me. But whatever. I don't know. Oh my God. It's a rabbit hole, Jay Witt. It show is, brother. It show is. It's crazy. All right, anyways, let's move on. We got some more stuff to talk about. We got some more things to shout out. Some more things to go hard. Shout out to all the boys in the chat. Thank you guys for all your super chats tonight, supporting your boy. Where are we at? We're 370 from Naked Snake for the 632nd show in a row. All super chats and kicks. Appreciate you guys so much for all your love tonight. Appreciate you. We got a little time left, though. Hell yeah. Erikiah says, I would look for eBay and other auction sites for Lego sets and around those dates. Yeah. I think you could do a good job at finding some of this stuff yourself, right? Very, very spicy shit. Crime over state lines equals feds. Josh and Brandon did the same thing to the guy in Florida. Yeah, he was on my show, Ludwig, the other day. He told his story on my show the other day, Gabe. It's crazy. John Doe says, I almost feel bad the Bricks and Minifigs corporate are being so heavily scrutinized. Almost. Yeah, they are getting buried. It's like hard to watch, to be honest, how destroyed they are. And like I said, the fact that they haven't dropped this lawsuit is beyond me. It is completely beyond me at this point. I do not get it. I don't understand whose idea this is to keep pushing forward with it. I just don't understand. I'm extremely confused. It's weird. It's very, very weird. But, I mean, apparently they think they're doing the right thing. I don't really understand how, though. It's very interesting. But, hey, man, the police need to be prosecuted too. Everyone. Ricky says, I forgot what channel it was. Something to do with Lego and law. And they said the money you look at Bricks and Minifigs is actually them committing RICO. You're probably talking about MLS. Yeah. Eat it on. You ain't lying, brother. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, dude. All right. Let's move on to the next course of action. Eamon got in trouble for falsely his dad's company, Daniel McNeff's company, Legally Mine, got in trouble for that, which was very interesting to see. It was very interesting. I was like, what the hell? How did this happen? It's like they're always involved in some kind of weird, strange litigation, you know? Some very, very strange litigation. But at any rate. All right. Let's see. What is this?
Bricks and Minifigs just put out another statement.
Oh, God, Jesus. So this video says Bricks and Minifigs just released another statement in the Fresno, Texas location. Let's see what's going on. We're having fun, boys. All right. Here we go. And then after this, we'll start winding down. Let me pull it up here. We're pulling it up live. It was loud. It was not my fault. It was this guy's fault for being a loud boy.
Statement. Well, kind of. Because I just got an email from Bricks and Minifigs over in Frisco, and it says this. So anyways, I actually just got this email. It is literally just one from Bricks and Minifigs over in Frisco, Texas. This is one that I have frequented a lot. I've made content there. I've talked to the owners. It has been very pleasant. And so I haven't read this yet, and I don't know. I really hope that this is somewhat of a talk towards, what's going on. And anyways, let's just...
I think as a franchise owner at Bricks and Minifigs during this time, it probably would be a good idea to send out a mass email being like, we do not support the corporate being psycho. You know what I'm saying? Distance yourself. It's kind of, I don't know really what you could do there, but just distance yourself in any way, shape, or form. BAM is easy to figure out. It's called Retard's Razor. Think of the most selfish, sneaky, self-serving, stupid way to steal from franchisees. That will be the way they did it. Yep. That's funny. Retard's Razor. Oh.
Let's just read their statement. So here it is. It says, Bricks and Minifigs, Frisco, Texas. An update from Bricks and Minifigs, Frisco. This email is a little different than our usual emails. First, this is not a message from corporate. It wasn't reviewed by corporate, and it isn't a canned statement. There we go. This is simply a note from us, Ashley and Ryan. And I got to say, right off the bat, with this, just seems a little sus. I'm glad that they're saying that. But right off the bat, it just seems, I don't know. Having to say that seems a little sus. But anyways, let's get started. Over the past few weeks, there have been significant online discussions regarding a dispute involving a previous Bricks and Minifigs franchisee in Oregon, a customer, and corporate. Some of you have already heard about it, and some of you have reached out to us directly. The details, allegations, and court filings are publicly available for anyone interested in learning more. We are not writing today to discuss, debate, or take a position on that situation. Oh, okay. So I'm not entirely sure what the rest of this email is going to be about, because it's a pretty long statement and not even look, I understand that the Bricks and Minifigs franchise stores won't really want to get involved with all this because it's their franchise owner. I don't know if they could get in trouble for speaking out.
Oh, I'm quite positive the boys will show up with the U-Haul if you disperse them. If you say anything negative about corporate, they're going to show up with the same U-Haul and they're going to throw your happy ass in it. They're going to tie you up and throw you in the U-Haul at the same time.
We're talking about it, but all I know is I've seen a lot of stores, and it really looks like this one is going to be on the side of them buckling down with Bricks and Minifigs and just being like, hey, there's nothing wrong. Anyways, let's get back to the actual thing. And it says, because of an online discussion, many people have asked about our own business practice, and we want to make it very clear that one thing, Bricks and Minifigs Frisco does not accept consignments, never has accepted consignments, and has no plans to offer consignments in the future. Oh, no. This is one of these statements. Oh, no. Every item we purchase is acquired through our standard buying process. The most important thing to know is that Bricks and Minifigs Frisco was not involved in the situation in any way. I don't like that, okay? Can I just go ahead and say that I don't like that?
Everyone's just so concerned with absolving themselves of blame. Just make a statement saying you don't support what happened. You support fun, and you support the hobby around Lego and Minifigs and the shared love and memories we make with these items that we cherish with our family and our friends. Is it really that damn hard? Why does it always be like, I'm at zero fault for anything, just letting you know I didn't do nothing? It's like, yeah, you're fucking in Fresno, Texas. You know what I'm saying? If you're going to release a statement, make it a positive one. Stop trying. Everybody's like, I didn't do it. Everybody's just, God, it's the weirdest thing in the world. You know what? If Bricks and Minifigs survives, they need to gather like some kind of maybe contract out like a PR company to come and train everybody on fucking PR, because none of these people have good PR sense. They just make it worse every 2 seconds. It's insanity.
I understand why they said it. I don't like that one bit. I really do not like that one bit. I really think that this is a store that is 100% buckling down with the Bricks and Minifigs corporate. That is crazy to say. Dude, that is ridiculous. Are you kidding me? I'm like baffled right now. What? Do we not understand that that's like the huge thing? And then we all have seen the contracts where it says that, the consignments were okay. And these were part of the contract at one point. And it might not have been a part of the contract at this point when this store opened. But that just seems so tone deaf to say in a situation like this.
Yeah. It's just basically saying that we didn't do anything wrong, and we're going to continue to not do anything wrong. It's like, for one, no one said you did, but now everybody knows that you made a statement for no reason that doesn't serve a purpose other than absolving yourself of guilt that you shouldn't really have anyway. What's up, Gabe? How you doing, brother? Hope you're doing well. Gabe is the previous franchise owner in Florida. I forget the store name, the city now. It was in Florida. My man. I had him on my show last Wednesday, I think. Oh, strong opinion. We have a Gold Boy alert. Gold Boy alert in the chat. Stop everything. Stop everything now. Gold Boy. Give him some love. Strong Opinions has joined the Gold Boy crew. Hot diggity damn. 14 Gold Boys left. The Gold Boy hype train is still alive and well. Thank you so much, brother. I love you. For the Naked Snake Memorial Lego set. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that. I have been considering doing my my Naked Snake cosplay at what is it? Southeast Game Exchange. So hell yeah, brother. Thank you so much, Strong Opinions. I love you, buddy. Thank you. He's coming in strong, keeping the Gold Boy train alive. It's still going, boys. It's still going.
That is crazy work. Oh my good googly moogly. What the freak? While we operate under the Bricks and Minifigs franchise brand, we are an independently owned and operated small business. Corporate provides the framework, system, and platform that allows us to operate, but the day-to-day operations of our store is entirely executed by us and our small team. We manage our own inventory, hire and train our own team, make decisions about trades, run our events, host social parties and summer camps, and serve our community here in Frisco. At the end of the day, we're simply a local family that has invested our savings in a business centered around something we love. Cool. Whatever. I'm glad that you do that. I'm so glad that you do that and you are part of the independent thing. But again, the way that franchises work is that a percentage of them go to the top. There is no franchise in the entire universe that lets you use their name without getting a percentage of the profits. Doesn't exist. And that's one thing that I think a lot of people, I mean, especially these franchise owners, are not going to tell you. And, you know, you can be like, oh, yeah, it's an independent store. Cool. It's an independently owned Bricks and Minifigs. They still had to pay the licensing fees. They still have to pay a percentage of the profits. They still have to pay. I mean, the stuff is still going to the top. Okay, like that's how it works. That is.
They're still giving 6% to the big man, right? They're still going. Harvey Production says you look like Chud the Builder. I don't feel like I look like that guy. Do I look like that? I don't think I look like that guy. I might though. I feel like he has a really strong jawline. I don't think I do. Let me look. I got an idea. Let's do, I'm going to just Google this just for two. Chud the Builder, no mustache. Let me look. See, we got a picture of him. No mustache. Brother, take your mustache off. Is there not a picture of him without a mustache? Come on. We're going to have to grok this. I'm going to have to grok his mustache off. All right, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to grok his mustache off. You ready? We're going to get some answers now. We're getting answers now. All right, brother. All right, brother. Here we go. Let's see what Chud the Builder looks like with no mustache. Segue. Chud mustached. Mustache. All right. Grok, how you doing, Grok? Here we go. Remove this man's mustache. We should do this to Amond as well. I think we'll do it to Amond too. You're just being told you look like another white guy. No. All right, here we go. Let's see what Grok comes up with. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe. Maybe we are similar looking without his mustache. Maybe, actually. Okay. All right. I'll give you it a little. I'll give it to you a little. All right. Thank you, Harvey. I appreciate you, brother. Thank you for the love, my man. Thank you for the love. 14 gold boys, 25 minutes. Oh my God, it's almost over. Holy shit. 25 minutes left, 14 gold super chats. Oh my God.
Exactly how all of this works. And it's just, you know, It's just crazy because they're never going to tell you that, because obviously then you would have a different opinion. Wow. We didn't buy the store because it was the easiest way to make money. We bought it because we love Lego. That's great. I know we all love Lego. We love the creativity it inspires, and we wanted to create a place where fans, families, collectors, and builders. Oh, sorry. I read kids as fans. Whatever. And builders could connect over a shared hobby. If you've ever been in our store, you've probably seen us behind the counter, sorting bulk, helping customers find parts, running events, or staying late to get things ready for the next day. Like many small business owners, the store doesn't stop when we go home. Lego comes home with us. Store projects come home with us. Decisions are made at night after the kids go to bed. It's a labor of love because we genuinely love and enjoy what we do in the community we built together. And I will say, again, this store was lovely. They actually have one of the best and enjoyable.
Right here is should have, like, from right here, it should say this. This is where the statement should start. You see where it says "We love Lego"? That's where they should say "Statement from store, Fresno, Texas," and it should start right here. We love Lego. We love the creativity it inspires, and we want to create a place where kids, families, collectors, and builders could connect over a hobby. If you ever been to our store, all of this after the because, right? None of the other stuff needed to even exist.
We do in the community we built together. And I will say, again, this store was lovely. They actually have one of the best stores that I have personally seen. Sorry, my dog is barking in the back, so if you hear him, just know that he's probably yapping at a squirrel. And I'm not going to take any credit away from that, because their store is phenomenal. It really is. Like, they are good people. The employees are super nice, very well trained in my opinion. I've always had really good inventory and a lot of really cool stuff in there. And I'm absolutely not going to take any of that away from them, because yes, that is true. And their store is great. But I definitely think I'm looking at them in a different way right now, because of, it really just seems like they're buckling down with the side of Bricks and Minifigs. And while you're a corporate chain, you're going to be going towards your boss. Okay. You don't want something bad to happen to your store. I get it. But where is the morality in all of this? Where are our principles? Where is where is the annoyance that your people that you are having a store for are doing all these shady, corrupted, and terrible, horrible things? Like, how can you sit? This is, and I'm not saying that this is exactly what Bricks and Minifigs Frisco is doing, because it could totally be the opposite. It just seems this way. But I don't understand how a lot of these stores can look at specifically what's going on and then still be like, yeah, we're gonna support our boy Ammon. We're gonna support our cartoon villain level boss. Like, this is basically like the stormtroopers working for Darth Vader.
Yeah. So basically, I think it goes to. I'm going to draw a weird parallel. I'm drawing a parallel to the COVID vaccine for a second. So you had all these people that were, let's say 6 months after March of 2020, were staunchly against it, but still like kind of got in line to get vaccines in droves, be it from public pressure or something else, right? So I don't know if you even make a statement, right? Because what it boils down to is you're still doing the thing. And I remember Gabe said it the other day, make a different store, right? Get out as fast as you can, make another store. Band together with these other people and make a different company, make a different store. And build your entire store based on the fact that you're not Bricks and Minifigs, and you would likely do really, really well with that, right? That's just my opinion, What's up, Big Rollin' Home? How you doing, brother?
Okay, let's back up a little bit. This is like the stormtroopers who are working for Darth Vader because they know how bad of a dude he is and continue to still do it. Okay, like some of those people, whatever. Fictional, I know. Anyways, although we were not involved, the intention surrounding the situation has unfortunately reached local stores around the country, including ours. We've received an overwhelming amount of harassment on social media, threatening messages, angry phone calls, and even serious threats directly to us personally. Some of these interactions have been directed towards our employees, including high school students who simply came to work during their summer break because they enjoy helping customers and talking about Lego. And here's the thing, guys. Don't ever, ever, ever harass, bully, threaten anybody. I am the strongest advocate against that, because that just makes us look.
Yeah, if you're doing that kind of stuff, you're missing the point. You're missing the point, and you're far too passionate about something. What's up, Mist?
Bad. If we're trying to have a cause and somebody is doing this, threatening, bullying, and just being a harassment, that makes the people who are trying to get the situation solved look bad. And that's just a way for corporate to be like, yeah, we're doing the right thing. Please don't do that. We understand that people have strong opinions. We respect everybody's right to have those opinions. We simply ask that those people remember that these are real families, employees, and small business owners behind local stores like ours. Again, I am not going to discredit this, because this is such a lose-lose situation. This is such a lose-lose situation, because I still believe that the only way that we're going to get corporate to actually listen, to actually do anything, is to hurt the small stores, and that sucks. That sucks. I'm not going into Bricks and Minifigs ever again. I'm just simply not. And I know so many other people who have the same exact stance and aren't going to be doing that because it's just not the right thing to do.
And it's all Eamon and Matt McNeff's fault, right? They, in their statement, they said their entire goal is supporting our franchise owners and their families. And I'm like, but you're the one creating this problem for them. You know what I'm saying? You're the one creating this problem for them. You did this. It's insanity. You know what I'm saying? If you want to truly help these people, you should get out in front of this and make it right immediately. It's like back when old goofy ass the quartering was saying that he was worried about his co-hosts and their families because they were getting threats, even though he didn't provide any actual evidence they were getting threats. And I'm like, yeah, but you get drunk at 10 p.m. on a Thursday night and get on Twitter and start like kicking the hornet's nest for like hours. And then you just start the whole chain back up again. You're the one doing it. You know what I'm saying? So it sounds to me like you actually don't care about these franchise owners at all. Right? Fidelio. What's up, brother? What we got on the meter? 18 minutes, 14 gold boys left on the Naked Snake. On Super Chats. Ooh, down to the wire again on a Monday. Will it be the day?
Like for any of us, it's just not. So, wow. It's just been a crazy situation, and I hate seeing these Bricks and Minifig stores reacting like this. If I'm being so honest with you, it really hurts my heart to see them buckling down, and especially saying something like this, where they're trying to do the plea deal, which obviously, it's your business, but your boss sucks. More than anything, we wanted to take this opportunity to thank you. Many of you have sent encouraging messages. Stop by the store to check on us. Share positive comments online, or simply continue supporting our business as you always have. These gestures mean more than you can probably realize. This weekend is our customer appreciation weekend. Okay, good. You need that. As a small thank you, we're offering double points. If you'd like to support our store, I'm good. If you have any questions or would like to talk further, please respond to this email. We're having a chat by email, phone, or in person to answer any questions we can. Thank you for supporting local businesses. Yeah. Okay. So that is the email.
So basically, this statement was, we're not involved. We're not at fault. Please come give us money. Probably not really going to help the situation, right? Because people aren't wanting to hear from anything that has a Bricks and Minifigs logo on it that says, hey, it's not my fault. I'm innocent. Right? Because what has Eamon and Matt been saying this whole time? It's not their fault and they're innocent. Right? So when you repeat the same thing, even though the vast majority of people are not researching this a lot, and they just see the Bricks and Minifigs logo and they think, bad. Right? Bad. A lot of them are researching it a lot, and they understand the franchises aren't directly, not directly connected to corporate, although, they are connected in some way, shape, or form. And they're still not going to go in either because they don't want to support it, which is reasonable, in my opinion. Yeah, KNQ, exactly. It sounds like Eamon wrote this statement. It does not help the cause. It doesn't help. Doesn't help anything, man. Straight in the trash. Straight in the trash, brother. You're not helping. You're only hurting. And that's not going to do anything for you. And it's funny to me because it seems like every day something happens. It'll actually be, I would be surprised if Bricks and Minifigs actually drops this lawsuit. I think that's the only thing they can do at this point. And even then, if they drop it now, which I don't really see any other way they move forward, but if they even drop it now, people are still going to say, well, they're dropping it because they knew they'd lose, which is likely the case. You know what I'm saying? But they're still doing it. It was too late. They should have dropped the lawsuit as soon as they released the statement saying they wanted to get with the Mansells, with Brian Mansell, to come to the table and make him whole. They should have dropped the lawsuit that day right before the statement, because they could have combined both of these things and brought a lot of goodwill forward. They could have enticed a lot of people to be like, oh, okay, cool. Maybe there is something here, right? But then they just doubled down the next day and it didn't matter. So it didn't serve any purpose. The statement basically went on deaf ears because they didn't have any actions. They had a statement, but they had no actions behind the statement to fix anything at all. You know what I'm saying? Mr. Burns says we need someone to pull the U-Haul rental records for the RICO case. Oh, that's weird. My stream went dark and then came back. That was weird. You know what I'm saying? It's very strange. How many franchises are they still on after the scandal went viral, I wonder? Brother, I mean, like Gabe said, I can't even imagine the type of debt a lot of these people are in right now. Because they don't get any support from corporate at all. They get no support from corporate. They get nothing. Nothing to help them move forward at all. It's kind of terrifying if you think about it. It's kind of terrifying. I think this shit is worse than GameStop. Well, over a short period of time. GameStop was bad for a long period of time, but now GameStop is beloved because their social media manager is funny. Which, to be fair, is all it takes. That actually is probably a good thing that Bricks and Minifigs could do. Bricks and Minifigs could hire a good social media manager to just post self-aware memes about their corruption, and then everybody would love Bricks and Minifigs. Walmart did it. Wendy's did it. GameStop did it. All these giant corporate companies that everybody hated 3 years ago, everybody loves them now because they have funny social media managers that are self-aware of like their own corruption. And everybody's like, oh, this is funny. I like this company now. Even though they do the same shit they've always done, right? It's been very interesting to see. All right, we got 13 minutes on the Goal Boy goal, and then we're done. 13 whole minutes for 14 Gold Boys. One Red Boy from a Rainbow Night. Shout out to the top dog today, Jay Burb. I appreciate you, brother. We love you. Ludwig says, I haven't supported GameStop since you out of them. Not a lot of people do, right? They get a lot of their profit from just closing and liquidating everything. And I think this last year, they closed the vast majority. They closed more stores than they've ever closed. I think there's less than 14 or 1,300 stores now, maybe 1,500. Could be wrong. And when I was at GameStop, like my last year at GameStop, which was 2018, they had 6,000 stores. It's crazy. They've closed 80% of their stores. So what do? They liquidate all that. They get rid of all their rental agreements. They're no longer paying these leases at all. They take all the inventory. They liquidate everything. That's where they're getting a lot of their money from. You know what I'm saying? Bricks and Minifigs says, why do you sound like Theo Vaughn at times? Probably something to do with me being from Alabama. I don't know where he's from. I think he's from like North Carolina or Louisiana, but I'm from Alabama. You know? Thank you, Werewolf. Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you, brother. Oh, yeah, Ludwig. That was fun. Yeah, GameStop changed their entire conference call structure because I kept getting on conference calls. Basically how GameStop's conference calls used to work is they just had a password and you just signed in. But when I started joining calls, they started changing the passwords every week. And then people would just give me the passwords anyway. So then they did a thing where you had to do a call and it would register who was on the call. So if they saw an extra like person on there, it would like shock everyone, right? And I remember I was jumping on calls at one point and they were like referring to me. They were like, we know he's probably listening. And I was like, oh. It was funny. It was pretty funny. Oh, there's number 7, and it's a big one. It's Fidelio! My man. Shout out, Cody. Still my favorite streamer. My boy. Thank you so much, Fidelio. Shout out to Fidelio. Fidelio has been here for a long time. I appreciate that, man. For literal years, probably 5 years at this point. I really appreciate you, brother. I love you. Thank you for coming in strong and putting us exactly 300 from Naked Snake and tying the top dog spot with Mr. J Burb. We got two people tied. Thank you, brother. Thank you. My man. Thank you. I really appreciate that, Fidelio. It means a lot to me, brother, that you're still here and you're still supporting your boy. You ain't got to do that, but I love you. And I appreciate your strong jawline. It's very nice. Very, very nice. Thank you, buddy. Shout out to Mr. Fidelio, the man, the myth, the legend. Thank you. Shout out to the boy. Strong Opinion says, who's the worst corporate overlords, BAM or GameStop? They're completely different. So Bricks and Minifigs, corporate, you can like call them and talk to them. GameStop was not like that. GameStop, when you call corporate, you got some Indian, unironically. Like a lot of GameStop's corporate was outsourced to India or wherever. And then they got rid of all that. And then it was straight Grapevine, Texas. And then they got rid of 90% of that. But you would just talk to a random person and they would do the same stuff that everybody else would do. They would be like, did you try turning it on and off again with every issue? So it didn't really help anything. You could never talk to the CEO or anything. Although I did talk to the CEO and the vice president because they called my store randomly one day. And they gave me like 10 hours because I answered the phone correctly or something. The old CEO, Paul Raines, not Tony Bartel, Paul Raines, when I would go to the corporate like meetup in Las Vegas, Paul Raines would always come up to me and talk to me. And he called me Fort Payne because that was my store that I opened years prior. He'd be like, Fort Payne. And I talked to him. He was a nice guy. And then he unfortunately passed away due to cancer, which was really sad. And then GameStop went down the toilet. So thank you, Strong Opinions. I appreciate you, brother. We are now 12 goal boys away with 9 minutes. Oh my God. It always comes down to the wire. Thank you, man. And shout out to Fidelio. Thank you, brother. I really appreciate that. What a beautiful man. Thank you, buddy. Make sure you guys do me a huge favor and like the show. Spam the hell out of it. I will be playing Halo if we hit the Naked Snake goal tonight. Tomorrow on stream, I'll play Halo Combat Evolved on PC to get ready for Campaign Evolved for the members, the members only thing that we're going to have tomorrow. So don't forget, it's going to be a lot of fun. So shout out to the boys. It's going to be a lot of fun. Shout out to Gabe for hanging out in chat. I appreciate you. I watched a little bit of your stream earlier, but I was about to get on mine. So I didn't get to watch it for very long. But I'm glad you're sticking to your guns and continue streaming. It's very, very important. A lot of people will do 1 or 2 streams and then never stream again. It's not the way. You got to keep going. You got to always keep moving forward. Always keep moving forward. Being a man. Be a man. Be a man. Brixton says all the band franchisees could change their store names to Mega Blocks and Minifigs. Minifigs. That's hard to say. Hell yeah, brother. I just beat the game the first time. I never played it. It's a damn masterpiece. It is. It's fantastic. Fake fan. Gay fan, fake fan, same thing. Same thing. Thank you guys. Appreciate you. I streamed to 0 people tonight, but that's okay. It might change one day. Well, you can't stream. You can't stream when I love rating people and helping people out. That has 20 viewers, which that's good. 20 viewers or 30 viewers, 40, that's great. But I like to rate people, but like you can't stream because you got a day job, right? So you can't stream late. Cicada Mania, my man. Oh my gosh, the snowball. Snowball. Be a man. Be a man. Shout out to Don Corleone. Shout out to Marlon Brando. Thank you, Cicada Mania. I appreciate you. Here they come. They're coming, brother. They're coming. We're almost halfway to Naked Snake. Right here at the end. Thank you so much, boys. I appreciate you, Cicada. I appreciate you, brother. 11 away. What we got? 6-7 minutes. 11 away. Ooh, the ratio is close. Thank you, Cicada. I appreciate that. Cicada Mania, everybody. Shout out to the boy. Let's hear it for the boy. Let's hear it for the man. Cicada Mania. Appreciate you, brother. I feel like I haven't seen you in a while. You know what's really funny? I'll go into a lot of people's streams. I watch a lot of streams, when I'm like doing something around the house or whatever. And I'll always see like 4 or 5 of the same people in like-minded streams all the time. And it's the funniest thing. Like I see Cicada Mania in a lot of shit. Can't think of them right now, but might have to do with the Geeks and Gamers stuff. I think I see him in a lot of those. So thank you, brother, for the support, buddy. I love you. I don't stream past 11:30. Yeah, see, you're boned. You're boned. You're boned, brother. Almost 400 damn likes. Jesus Christ, boys, you guys are going crazy. You're going crazy. I just made it home after 16 hours and 30 minutes. That sucks, man. That was when when the first time I drove to Daytona. My truck broke down, had all kinds of issues, and I was awake for 34 hours. Started hallucinating. It was crazy. Absolutely crazy. It was too much. Too much. A lot of Cecil. Yeah. Yeah. I watched a lot of Cecil too, man. We love Cecil. He's a boy. They wanted me to come on Jack's show the other night, but I was just out of it, man. I was like mentally gone. I was like, I can't do it anymore. Someone send an ambulance. Please. Please. And yeah, basically what excites me about waking up now is the fact that I get to scroll my feed and see what Bricks and Minifigs did again. It's just every day it's something else. They do something else. They say something else. They send out another statement. They screw up. And I'm like, why? There's only one choice here. There's one choice. And that choice is to make it right and drop the lawsuit and pay the guy and then make a statement and have a picture of you shaking hands and say, and also make the statement that you fucked up and it took you a long time to realize it because you were angry and you felt like you were wronged and you had to really reflect and understood that you were actually the one that was wrong. Say something like that. It's all you got to do. They just can't do it, man. They can't do it. It's crazy. There was always an easy way. There was always an easy way. Yeah. That's what I'm saying, dude. There was a way out of this. And they chose to not take that way over and over and over and over. And I just don't get it. It's the strangest thing in the world. But hey, man, that's life, dude. That's life. All right. Hey, look, X finally works. So now I can pull up freaking updates. Took long enough. Jesus, boys. My favorite thing is how it pulls up tweets of mine from 3 years ago. I'm like, I don't need that. You goobers. Why do you think I need that? Come on, brother. The Mormon Church should publicly disavow the. I don't see that happening. I don't see that happening, brother. I mean, to be fair, like, you know, looking past all the conspiracy, they don't really have much to do with it, right? So them making a statement would only make it look like they might have something to do with it, right? And that's the issue. That's the issue. It's hotter than hell. It's hotter than hell in my room. It was cold. What happened? It's this light is what it is. You bet you have your heater on, don't you? You fucker. Why do you do this to me? PDH is sitting here playing WoW. Oh, is that Cassalicious Cassadramorgan? Cassalicious Cassandra Morga. Hot diggity damn. You just make that a little harder. I think you should make that harder to say. Thank you. Oh my gosh, it's another gold boy. Hot diggity damn. All it takes is a couple of gold boys. Thank you, Cass. I appreciate you so much. I'm calling you Cass. I'm sorry. I'm not going to call you Cassandra Morga. Whew, that hurts. Thank you so much. We can't let Naked Snake end. Also, Bam is cooked. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Appreciate you. Shout out. Shout out to the boys. Thank you, Cass. Shout out to Cass. That's loud. There you go. Shout out to Cass. We might actually hit 400 likes today. That's wild. Good Monday show. I appreciate you guys. PDH needs some WoW Lego sets. Do they have WoW Lego sets? I have Lego sets in my closet that pennied out at GameStop 100 years ago. And I don't know why I have them. They're just in a box, like unopened. I don't know if they're worth anything. Probably not. But they're just a bunch of unopened Lego sets. Shout out to Cass. Shout out to Cicada Mania. Strong opinions. Fidelio. Appreciate you guys trying to get us to Naked Snake right here at the end of the show. We're halfway there. Love you. They do not have WoW Lego sets. Gay. Gabe. Gay Gabe. Straight up Gabe. Who doesn't, though, Hatebreed? You should show them off. Well, I mean, they're up in my closet. You getting up? Well, grab my Lego sets. Yeah, they're in this box right here. I put them in the box like 2 days ago because I used another box for shipping. So I emptied a box. I'm playing Anniversary Dream South server TBS, and this is here. Hey, Brandman, I am also on that server. No, the one to your left that has stuff hanging out of it. Up. You might want to turn the light on. There you go. Yeah. It has a bunch of Lego sets in there too, is what I'm saying. Oh my God. It's going to fall and hit you and me at the same time. I'm scared. Huh? Just put it on the floor. There you go. You're not going to show everybody your awesome robe? She's got a cool robe on. It's floral. Cassandra, but Cass or Cassie is good. Well, there's another gold boy from Cass or Cassie. Oh, they're coming. They're coming. They're coming. Hot diggity damn, the gold boy raid is alive and well. Oh my gosh. Thank you, Cass. Here we go. Let's see. I got like random Prince of Persia action figure. Guitar Hero guy. It's the God of Rock, apparently, from Guitar Hero. I got a lot of these Walking Dead figures. I don't know why. Keep in mind, it's just stuff that like were thrown away at GameStop, so I took it home. So just all kinds of stuff. I got this Jeff Gordon sprint car thing. Another Walking Dead, some guy with a mustache. The Governor. Okay. This looks really old. It's like a pit stop thing. Let's see. Kiss. Kiss. It's an 8 gigabyte thumb drive. This is a Lego Dimensions Wonder Woman thing. Whatever the hell this is. It comes with the invisible jet or plane or whatever. Yep. I got some Skylanders. There's my mic. There's my old vocal mic. I was looking for this the other day. It still works, probably. It's a good mic. I should probably put this somewhere. Shout out to Cass, by the way. Thank you, Cass. Appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Shout out to Cicada Mania, Fidelio, all my boys, Jaybird. Yeah, just a bunch of random shit. Yeah. But whatever. There's a bunch of stuff in there. There you go. Random stuff. I don't know why I have all that. It's just been in the closet for 100 years. Thank you, Smash Elite. Appreciate you, brother. All right, boys. We're going to go for a few more minutes and then log the hell off here. Appreciate you guys. Bring up the tombstone. What the hell tombstone? Oh, I was like, what the hell are you talking about? No. We only hype. We only hype. We only hype. Hell yeah, brother. Nah, dude, I had a great day today. I've been complaining for a long time about property taxes because they're outrageous. They're outrageous, brother. And I found a way, like it's baked into, I guess, our local laws. But you can just go petition a refund for like the vast majority of it. And I did that today, and there was like no pushback. They were like, yeah, sure, we'll do that. And I'm like, what the fuck? Because my property tax is like almost $10,000 a year. It's insanity. It's so crazy. But you can petition to get like a metric fuck ton of it back, like over 50% of it back. And I've been paying it for years like that. So I was like, oh, awesome. Oh, yeah. So I'm excited for that. I got that all handled today. So I had a good day, man. So, yeah, thank God for that. I don't know when it'll show up. They said it could take a month or 4 or 5 months to show up. And I was like, I don't give a fuck. As long as I know it's like taken care of, I'm happy. You know? All the Californians moving down to Huntsville for higher taxes. You ain't lying, brother. Cass says, usually just a silent watcher. The BAM thing's universal. Well, I appreciate you hanging out and speaking up today. I love you. I appreciate you. I appreciate everybody. I stream because I love it, and I think it's fun as hell, man. Invisible Jet is Bricks Minifig's favorite set. Of course we have that set. Don't you see it? It's sitting right there. It's sitting right there. Yeah. Some of that shit might be exclusive to GameStop. Probably the majority of it is, I'm assuming. I don't really know. I should probably look on eBay. Some of it might like be insane. I knew I did that. I did that with a guitar recently. One of my first guitars, I bought, or well, yeah, I was like a teenager. It was like my second or third guitar I got. And it was like a decent guitar. It was like, all right. You know, my first two guitars were balls. One of them was a BC Rich Warlock Bronze, brother. Ooh. So I got a, like it was like a Dean guitar. And I bought it for like $799 because it was like a scratch scuff model, even though I didn't see anything on it. And I looked on eBay and they were going for like $1,700. And I was like, what the fuck? So I sold the shit out of it because I hadn't played it in like 10 years. It just sits on the wall. I was like, hell yeah, brother. I have to start chipping away at property tax. You know what I'm saying? All right, we got 18 minutes left. I'm going to go for 3 straight hours or 3 hours solid to give we're going to play the hot music here in a little bit to give the Naked Snake a chance. And then I'm going to log off here and have a good ass time. Warlocks and Deans are both terrible. I agree with that. Especially now. There was some Deans back in like 2005-ish to 2010s that were pretty solid. But I can't even imagine now. Because they started getting real bad real fast, like 2010s, 2011, 12s. You know? This is crazy. It's crazy, man. I didn't like it. I didn't like it. I wanted to die. Mm-mm. I will, Billy. I'll do it here in a little bit. But we'll see. We'll see. We'll see what happens tomorrow with Bricks and Minifigs. Can't imagine anything good will happen. Everything happens during the week, right? Because everybody's taking the weekend off. Like, nah, I'm going to take the weekend off. I'm not going to be here today. No, thank you. No, thank you. That's me right now, dude. I don't take the weekend off, though. I'll stream on Saturdays. I like Saturday, man. It's a good day. I went to a barbecue, you know, with PDH's family. And it was all right, but there was like a speaker, and it wasn't a Bluetooth speaker, unfortunately, so I couldn't connect to it. I tried. But they were playing like Christian country music. And it was like not the good kind. It was like the kind of, it sounded like you were in between songs, or sorry, it sounded like when you're at a funeral and they're playing songs over and over. And then after a song's done, somebody walks up to the podium to say something about the deceased. And then they walk away and then they play another song. It was like that. And I'm like, this is a barbecue. Shouldn't we be playing like classic rock, like Skinner and shit? I don't know, man. But I was like, I can find this Bluetooth speaker. And it was like an old style speaker. So, yeah, I was sad. Michael says, I went to an amusement water park the other day, and now I'm a burnt lobster. Oof. Oof. Thank you, okay, Redneck. I appreciate you for the bees, brother. Appreciate you for the bees. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We're halfway to Naked Snake with 15 minutes left for the 632nd show in a row on the board. Will he fall? 15 minutes left. Thank you, Alan Jones. Appreciate you. Yeah, Pure Blood. You're probably right. You're probably right. I play only ESP now. The only guitars I play are ESP, which sucks because I can't buy them anymore because ESP's prices have went so high that it's just too much. It's too much. So I basically have to just keep the ESPs I have, and that's it. And I'll never be able to buy another one. But luckily, I have a couple. So Last Relic, what's up, bro? Says I'll catch you next stream. Thank you, man. Appreciate you. Everybody go subscribe to Gabe. He's goated. He's goated, I tell you. Yeah. Love you, Alan Jones. Appreciate you, brother. Squish says paying taxes makes you want to taste test muzzle flashes. Yeah, brother. I tell you what, dude. Don't even get me started on taxes. I'll rant for an hour about taxes. There's like 8 different taxes now, or 10. You have state tax, sales tax, property tax, income tax, federally. If you sell anything, you pay taxes on it. If you buy anything, you pay taxes on it. It's capital gains tax. There's not an inheritance tax, is there? I might be thinking of a different country. I don't know, man. There's just too much. Too much. Oh, well, there's There's like Medicare, and there's Social Security as well. There's all that. It's just too damn much, brother. There's just too damn much. Relic says, you're the GOAT. You're the real one. 100% consider you friend. I barely know you, but I feel you. You know what I mean? Hell yeah, brother. Hell yeah, brother. 13 minutes left for the last Naked Snake. We'll play the hype music for the last 5 minutes. The last of the snakes. The last of the Mohicans. The last of the Snakehicans. The last of the Snakehicans. Oh my gosh. The Snakehicans. Oh my gosh. Speaking of Snakehicans, Cass and or Cassie with $100 super chat. It's a rainbow night, boys. Oh my gosh, she's trying to make it happen. Thank you so much, Cass. I appreciate you. God, we've never been closer. She says you've unlocked the cheat code, I think, with these extra minutes. I dig it. Well, hell yeah, I appreciate you. I always try to talk to the chat at the end a little bit. So I appreciate that, Cass. Shout out everybody. I'm gonna go ahead and heart her super chat. Everybody like her super chat. Everybody give her some bees. Where's the bees? Where's my bees? There they are. Bees. Everybody give some bees in the chat to Cass for the $100 super chat. Thank you so much. That's a huge one. Huge one. Thank you so much. We love you, Cass. We appreciate you, Cass. Cassalicious Cassandra Morgan. Thank you. We're going to keep that one up there for a while. Thank you. Look at all the bees. Hot diggity damn. Look at that. 150 away in one hit. Look at that. Going to take a small swig of the Old Smoky in honor of Cass. Thank you, baby. We love you. In honor of Cass, we're giving it some love. Just a little taste. A little taste of the glory. See what it tastes like. Just a little taste. Ooh. Relatively smooth, to be honest. Smooth. It's a smooth. The watermelon. Delicious. Thank you, Cass. Appreciate you. All right, there you go. And Morris says, how much longer are you doing? 11 minutes. 11 whole minutes, Morris. How you doing, brother? Is that Renee Galarza over on Kick? Hot diggity damn. What's up, buddy? Where you been? Where you been, Renee? How you doing, brother? With 5,000 kicks. Oh, my God. Thank you so much, Renee. We love you. My man. How you doing, buddy? I hope you're having a good-ass day, brother. We miss you. Thank you. Shout out to Renee Galarza. My boy. Working and listening to you. Where you work at? Well, don't tell me where you work, Renee, but tell me what you do. Shout out to Renee Galarza, brother. What a great human being you are. Thank you so much. Thank you. 5,000 kicks. Here we go. Thank you, buddy. We love you. All right. Sorry. I'm a truck driver. Oh, hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. Shout out to Cass and Fidelio and Renee Galarza, by the way. Appreciate you guys. Truck driver, don't drive far. Well, that's good. At least you don't drive far. I've often, so there's a lot of things recently that I've often like romanticized or like fantasized about, and one of them was being a truck driver. You know? Being completely always connected online, trying to keep up with everything, it makes you long for not that. Like just living out on a homestead with some chickens and cows and shit. I don't know, man. Think about that a lot. Like sometimes I'd like to just sit there for a year with my thoughts and nature. But then I'll get bit by a mosquito and be like, fuck this. Never mind. Thank you, Renee. Appreciate you. Thank you. Shout out to all the boys today. Appreciate you guys. We're 3 minutes from hype music. We're going to jam it out. Naked Snake or not, we're jamming tonight, boys. All right. Sales, income, capital gains, medical, Social Security, property, town, state, food, tariffs. I don't know. Yes, there's a lot, man. There's a lot, and they will never take one away. They will only add more. And what they do, Michael OPTB, is they add more taxes, and they tell you that this new tax will eventually replace one of the other taxes, and then it just never does. Right? It's pretty interesting. And if I were them, if I were like politician, if I was personally a politician, and I saw like other countries like Ireland and fucking shit burning down, you would have to ask yourself, that's going to happen eventually if we don't do something. You know what I'm saying? Something as simple as getting rid of like income tax, like federal income tax, the IRS, would gain so much goodwill, even from people that claimed it doesn't. Even people that are like, I don't support this, they're going to be happy about it. Well, I don't support disbanding the IRS and getting rid of income tax. And it's like, but then they look at their paycheck and they're like, fucking beast, right? Trust me. Trust me. It was like the same thing when all those people were against, they're like, oh, wow, Trump and or Biden. I don't remember now, brother. I don't fucking care. But it's whatever politician sent stimulus checks or whatever. Of course, the other side was completely against it, and they still cashed those motherfuckers. They still cashed those some bitches, I promise you. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, Renee Galars. I appreciate you. Thank you, Cass. I appreciate you. I love you. You're trying hard at the end here. You're trying hard, and I appreciate you. I love you. I love you. I agree, Chai T. Well, there's numbers on that, Chai T, right? There's numbers on that, right? Michael says, because our debt, that debt was never meant to be paid off, nor will ever be paid off, Michael OPTV. Not about that. It's an invisible number. Doesn't mean anything. All the debt, all that fake debt number, all that's there to do is to piss off the other side that's not in power at whatever the current government's doing with tax dollars. Can you believe they spent tax dollars? Can you believe they spent tax dollars? Can you believe they took a vacation with tax dollars? Same shit, different fucking team every 4 to 8 years. Same exact thing. As if any of that matters, you know? Can you believe? Yeah, I can fucking believe it. Shut up. Yes, I can. And I do. Oh, man. It's always so silly. Shout out to Renee Galarza. Shout out to Cash. Shout out to Fidelio. I love you. Shout out to Cicada Mania, Irikayas, Watery Eyes, J Burb. Appreciate all you guys. We're right there. We're out there at the snake. I don't know, strong opinions. I feel like it'd be dangerous. Dangerous, but worth the risk. Yeah, dude. Yeah, Michael OP, I think about that a lot, living in an RV. But yeah, if whatever party in power was able to get enough support on getting rid of the IRS or income tax or something to that nature, I think that would go a long way in preventing some kind of a revolution for a little while. Because to be completely honest, you're taxed at like a 40 or 50% rate, maybe even more. Let's be honest, maybe even more. You know what I'm saying? So they claim it's 30. Well, you're forgetting every other tax with the exception of state and federal income tax. That's it. That's your 30. There's like 7 more taxes we're not accounting for anything. Everyone's always been broke. It's just like me. I've always been broke. Nah, that's not true. I wasn't for like a year at one point. Cecil raided my stream. What the hell? Cecil getting off early. The Cecil raid. Wow, I'm basically famous now. Thank you, Cecil. I appreciate you, brother. Hope you're doing well. Cecil texted me the other day to check on me. He was worried about me. Because my pooch, we just put my dog down. And I was just not talking on social media because I just didn't feel like even being involved in social media for a minute. And Cecil texts me and he's like, "You doing all right, brother?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm all right, buddy. I thank you. Appreciate you, Cecil." I was just kind of just didn't feel like tweeting or posting or just even doing anything. I was watching reels of people skateboarding and falling. That was like my whole week that week. We got 5 minutes left. We're going to play the hot music for the Naked Snake. 110 away. Here we go. Which one is it? It's this one. We're playing the hot music in honor of a Naked Snake. Thank you guys so much. I love you. I appreciate you. Ow. Any last minute super chats or kicks, it's now the time. We're going to jam for a minute before we raid. Slash cheers all the boys. Cortez the raid. Hell yeah, brother. What's up? What you doing? If only I could change my name to that. I don't think YouTube would let me know. They wouldn't even let me do Coom a lot, which was gay. I was like, come on, brother. Coom music. Coom music. Thought it was funny. Here we go, boys. You ready? It's that time again, boys. I feel it, boys. Here we go. Actual Justice Warrior. We were going over the reason why the lawsuit, the defamation suit's going to fail by BAM. We went over a whole hour, like, breakdown of it. And then we jammed. Oh my gosh! Can you believe it? Can you feel it? I feel it, boys, in my bones. It's a Monday stream. We went all the way. Shout out to Cass. Shout out to Fidelo. Shout out to Mr. J. Bird. Thank you guys for all the love tonight. You guys are goated. I forgot to change it. Get some bees in the chat. Spam the bees. Spam the living hell out of these bees. Make it known that the bees are angry. The bees are ready. The bees are willing. The bees are able. Iracayos! Hey! My man! Get us to an even 400, my boy. Thank you, brother. I love you. I appreciate it. Hot negative. Damn, boys. So, what will happen with Eamon McNeff? Will he step down as CEO, as Polymarket has predicted a 38% chance he will? Who has it? Place your bets. Place your bets, because we believe in you, Chad Erikias. Thank you, brother. I love you. Oh! Thank you, Erikias. Such a banger, dude. Such a banger. I love it so much, man. God, what a beautiful fucking track. If you never played this game, Doom 2016, I tell you what, brother. It is the shit. This song starts playing, the giant monsters fucking it's awesome, dude. Oh. Jace. Alaskaski. Alaska. Wait. Alaska ski? Alaska key. You told me this one time. My mustache was better than Eamon's. Hell yeah, brother. Thank you so much, Mr. Alakaska. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you. My man, Alakaski. Coming in strong. Thank you, brother. Love, man. Turn it back up. We got a few minutes left before it's over. Thank you, Alakaski. Appreciate you. Alaska ski. Alaska ski. Alaska ski! That's what it is. Alaska ski. I'm stupid. I'm sorry. Not a good friend. I promise. Shocked. I'm shocked, rather. I'm shocked. All right, boys. Oh, God, Jesus. Be positive, he says. Be positive. Thank you, Alaski. Erikai Alaski cast. Fidelio. 90 away. Thank you, boys. Shout out to Cecil for the raid. We love you, Cecil. We appreciate you, brother. Shout out to Anna for like a raid every day. Love you, Anna. Appreciate you. Shout out to all the people that choose to support your boy, supporting small YouTubers. I appreciate you guys so much. It's been so much fun. Love you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Here we go. Oh, not damn baller. Look at that. Not damn baller. Not damn baller. Thank you. Billy, stop demanding people super chat. Stop doing that. That's weird. Ain't nobody got a super chat me. I appreciate you guys. Thank you. This is all for fun. I do. Damn baller. Give me the power, I beg of you. Don't pressure people, Billy. Come on. All right, boys. I appreciate you. I love you. Shout out to all the boys in the chat. Shout out to Bricks and Minifigs for always messing up. It's been a lot of fun watching it. We're going to raid Anus. Nyanus. Where is she? If she's still alive. Where is she at? Where is she at? Where'd she go? All right, boys. Appreciate you guys, Nyanus. Yeah, she's alive. Why are they not pulling it up? Oh, it's ending. All right, boys. Philip Chan, I guess. Philip Chan. All right. Appreciate you guys so much. I love you. Appreciate you. You guys are the goats. Wait, Good Logic is good. Well, hold on. Let's see what Good Logic's talking about. Okay. All right. Oh my gosh. Oh. Billy, they're worth like $3 total. Like all of them. You silly Willy. Oh yeah, fuck Haggis. Haggis says a new song. Hold on. Sorry, Haggis, I'm a dumbass. Mr. Haggis. Let's pull up Haggis' song. Haggis. All right. Where's Joe? Also Good Logic. Yeah, let me look at what Good Logic is doing. Robert Bella says, any update on the quarter? Hell yeah, brother. Something, all kinds. He does shit every day. He basically does the same thing. He just crashes. He crashes out all day, every day. You know?
It's like sort of like a window opportunity for them.
All right. Let me pull up Haggis' video. I forgot because I'm not a good friend. All right, Haggis, what do you got for us today? Oh, it's going to be sad. Yes. Go, boys. Oh, you know what this could double for? The death of Naked Snake. It's sad. It's sad music. This is perfect. Perfect, Haggis. All right.
Summer comes around again. The numbers start to fall. The sunshine fills the outside world, but no one hears the call. Sitting in the office chair, refreshing every page, watching graphs go down a little, building quiet rage. The algorithm gets the blame, the season gets it too. The audience is somehow wrong for not watching what you do.
Look at him.
You point a finger everywhere at forces you can't see. But sometimes all the answers
Come on, Bubster.
are staring back at me. In the arms of the felted, far away from better days, looking for a reason as the audience drifts away. In the arms of the felted.
God, this is fucked up, brother. Haggis, this is like your best work, I think. I gotta pause it because Bubster has just joined with $100 super chat. Oh my! It was the sad music. It got him in his feels. It got him in his feels. Hot diggity damn, Bubster. My man. Oh yeah, I should probably turn the volume up, right? My man, he says, Snake will live another day. Bubster, my boy, my beautiful, beautiful, attractive boy. Thank you so much for coming in strong, joining cast with the Red Boy team, and taking down Snake one more time, putting us 34 from the 666 Snake goal. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You went all Sarah McLaughlin and someone paid for that Sick Dog song. Yeah, it was for just 50 cents a day. You can feed a aging redneck from Alabama. Yeah. I guess I'm getting it. Shout out to Bubster. We love you, buddy. We appreciate you. You are a goat. Thank you, brother. I really appreciate that. Shout out to my boy. He made it happen. Along with Cass, Fidelio, Burb, and everybody else. Cicada, Alasky, Strong Opinions, Mr. Irikayos. Thank you, Watery Events. Love you guys. I appreciate you guys. Thank you. Love you. Appreciate you, Juana Campo. I'm doing good, brother. Hanging out, man. I had a great day today. Great day, great stream, a lot of fun. Appreciate you guys. Thank you, Bubster. Shout out to Mr. Bubster, everybody. Give him some love in the chat. Give him some bees. Let's finish Haggis' song, and then we're going to do Naked Snake in honor of Cass and Bub and Fidelia. Everybody, of course. Here we go.
Trying hard to shift the blame, but the mirror knows the answer, and it keeps saying your name. Every headline feels the same, every outrage starts to blend. The stories lose their spark somehow, the cycle starts to bend. The viewers slowly wander off to find a different show, while wondering why the channel feels exactly like before. You curse the summer weather, you curse the changing tide, but boring is a battle that can't be fought outside. In the arms of the felted, far away from better days, looking for a reason as the audience drifts away. In the arms of the felted, trying hard to shift the blame, but the mirror knows the answer, and it keeps saying your name. No shadowy conspiracy, no hidden hand at work. Sometimes all the answers hide beneath the dirt. The views don't leave in anger, they simply fade away when every single video feels like yesterday.
I love how every single image you get
In the
is more derailed.
arms of the felted, where the excuses softly fly, looking for the culprit somewhere in the sky. In the arms of the felted, the truth is hard to face. Sometimes the one who lost the crowd is standing in their place.
He looks like black here.
Summer comes around again, the numbers start to fall. The answer was there all along, written on the wall.
Beautiful. Yeah. Yeah. You should send me a downloadable version that I can post to Twitter. It's hilarious. It's fun. I probably could just download it. I don't know. Thank you, Bubster. Thank you, Cass. Fidelio, Cicadia, J Burb. Let's do Naked Snake, and then we're going to raid Phil, Mr. Phil Chan. To get on it, doggone it. Like the show. Thank you guys for everything you do for me. I love you. I appreciate you. I know I like to dedicate like a 30-minute segment to just hang out with the chat at the end. So I'm glad you guys always stick with me. We're going to do some Naked Snake, and I'm going to eat me some pasta. Some bovine squire. It's hamburger helper, but it's like made from scratch. It's, literally made from scratch. Other than the cow. I didn't grind the cow up. All right, boys, here we go. Thank you, Bubster. I love you guys. Thank you guys so much. Appreciate you. Okay, mate. We'll have a small version of it. Hell yeah, brother. All right, here we go. It's time for Naked Snake. Shout out to Cash. Shout out to everybody. Appreciate you, bub. Here we go. One more time, boys. One more time. Here we go. One more time. Can you feel it? Amazing. Here we go. 632 times in a row. Oh my gosh. Thank you. I appreciate you. Here we go. All right. Success. Once more, shout out to Bubster, Cass, Fidelio, Irachias, Watery, Burb, PS2, Renee Galarza, obviously, always on kick. Love you, buddy. I appreciate everything you do for me. I will see you guys tomorrow. Don't miss it. We're going to have a lot of fun. We're going to party. And then I'll be back Wednesday, of course, as well. And then Thursday or Friday, I don't know. I'm going to stream one of them. Thursday and Friday, I either do one or the other. Like, I think I did Friday. No, I did Thursday last week, I think. I don't remember. But I'll do one of them. It might have been Friday. I don't remember. Cass says, thank you. Thank you, Cass. I love you. Appreciate you. Shout out to Cass. Still giving me love. We've already got decade and she's still doing it. Thank you, Cass. Appreciate you. Hell yeah. All right, boys. Love you. Appreciate you. Thank you, Chad Amsler. Appreciate you, brother. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Get the hell on it, dog on it. Make sure you like the stream, and I'll see you guys. Shout out to everybody that hangs out with your boy. Thank you, Renee. Love you. Appreciate you. Continues to support my small ass channel. I appreciate it so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Say Cam Raid in the chat when you see Phil's face. Give him some love. Give him some love, everybody. See you guys over. I forget how I do it. Yeah. Here we go, boys. See you guys.